Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Carl Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and we have our 10th episode of Princes of the Apocalypse. And we have a little bit of a surprise today as well for our cast. We are missing, unfortunately, Will, and we're missing Ninjavo. We knew Will wasn't going to be here this week. Ninjavo had to be called off to do some work at the last moment. Couldn't get out of it. It's okay. Life does happen. We're just here to have some fun though. A few announcements is we're just doing Prince, like 10th episode. We'll just skip into the game because we may have our first death today. So today we have Kamali. Would you like to do your spiel about who Robold the Bold maybe was or is? So Robold's currently on 1 health. Yep. And Sky, would you like to tell us about Kip and I will point out, sometimes Kip is the morality of the party, which is a scary thing. Yeah, but it's scary with the party being that immoral. Is it immoral or amoral? I can't remember. Yeah. And speaking of which, Peach! Would you like to tell us about So? Oh, it's just really just all made up. Yeah. So where we left off was a bit of a cliffhanger, as if you've been watching. We just had a reruns right up until our start point. But before that, it's our 10th episode. So I've got a little surprise. I'm going to move across the screens. So this is not crossing the streams. No, this is a screen people don't usually get to see because this is where all the characters' tokens are laid out and whatnot, and this is pretty much our base screen. So pretty much everything's just dumped here, but today we've got a surprise because it's our 10th episode and we have colour, we have tokens. So I'm going to just stretch them out a little bit. So a massive shout out to Jurimon. That's Twitch TV Jurimon, who did the colour, who's also done the artwork. She did spoil the surprise by doing a shout out yesterday on Twitter, but thankfully none of my cast follow me. Oh, you follow Jurimon? Oh god, that was lucky. That is so lucky. That is so lucky. But yes, that is our cast. We have Robold, we have Kadan, Ward, Kip, and So, all in colour. I hope you do love the colours. I've got to update the overlays for the breaks where we do have them in scale. I still have the old non-coloured version. I haven't been able to get around to that this week, but yes, this is our party. They're finally in full colour. And again, thank you, Joymon. Love your work. That's why I asked you to do it. So, if you ever want, yeah, yeah. Okay, so that was the big surprise I wanted to give, I wanted to give everyone. For Will and for Ninjavo, I've actually sent them a direct message on Discord, with the copy of the stuff. Hopefully they get it today as well. So I didn't want them to not miss out. I didn't want them to miss out, so I sent that as well. And maybe later we'll also have the our banner ones as well set up with the colour if you want that one instead. But this is why we don't want Robel to die. But let's go to where we are. Let's go to where we are. So let's turn the sound off. Yeah, we get some colour, then we lose everything. So we'll do the recap of what happened and where we are. And I will say that that So is in the town currently, playing with the children. So she's not going to be currently here. You'll have, I think you have control of at least one of the characters, because I knew Will was not going to be here. I'll just let you. Please. But you also, Ward doesn't have someone to control, so. Oops. There you go. Peach? Peach, you should also be able to control Ward. Okay. Yeah. Now, yeah. So dark. So, a recap of recent events. The party was asked by one of the townsfolk. The party was asked by I'm trying to think now. The poultry farmers to secure a crypt or burial area, because one of their children, Pell, got into a bit of trouble and thought she saw a ghost, and so they didn't want the other children to go, "Oh, yay, adventure!" and get themselves hurt. So they've rallied a few of the other parents are also going to help paying for this expedition, and the cost for the reward for this expedition is a total of 35 gold. So it's a massive. Well, it's not really much, but Ward has quite a big debt at the moment. The party went out to deal with the matter, easily found the burial mound, and it's only a couple hours out of town. Found a small little area inside which was protected by a poltergeist, which was then shooed away initially. Hello, Ace Cake. Hi, Ace. Thank you. Yes, a whole 35 gold. Yes. So yeah, they went out and they dealt with the poltergeist by just shooing it away with Turn Undead. Then went further into there, opened up the sarcophagus. Of course. No, yeah, no, actually, open up the chest. That's right. Open up the chest to see what's in there, and which then activated the protection, which was a flying sword, which then had a dueling match against Kip. You you totally did. It was a nice little duel. While I think Robold was trying to smash everything inside the sarcophagus to try to make sure that stopped it. The poltergeist came back because that's where you shoot the poltergeist too. But for the last few months out of game, like last several sessions now, you've had these tokens on your character sheets. Oh, sorry, tokens on your tokens to indicate something which you didn't really know. You knew it was necromantic though. They were protections from undead. So the poltergeist attacked the only person that did not have a protection from undead, which was Robold. No, it wasn't a curse, it was protection. And yes. So that's kind of why Robold is currently on 1 health. The sword has been defeated. The poltergeist took a lot of work but was defeated. And you come out talking about this and that. You don't know that Ward actually took some of the treasure. Not all of it, just some. Kip knows, Kip saw. But after Kadan's speech about being morality and not stealing grave goods and whatnot, the party decided not to, although of course it was. So, and that's where you find yourself. You come out of the barrow and you turn around to look back and there is a troll. Hello ZT, thanks for coming in. I'm great. We're just starting our show. This is our 10th episode and we have a combat about to start, depending on what people do right now. As said, you come out of the barrow and there's a troll and a goblin standing above you as you leave. You won't have access to his character sheet. That's something because he's got his background in there as well. I'm not going to let you have that because I know you've got secrets in your background too. He has all of 1 spell. Wait, no, that's Ward. Let's check Kadan. I don't think Kadan's got anything. Ward's got 2 spells. 2 spells only. Okay. So that would be a cure wounds. I will point out that casting spells where there's imminent danger may trigger combat. Non-spellcasters won't know what you're doing. They're staring at you. They're staring at you. They were about to speak, but you saw them first, and this is your "what are you going to do?" action. Would you like to do a persuasion roll? Can I get a persuasion roll from Robold? Oh my god! Sorry about. Oh my god. Yeah. Damn. The goblin hops off the roof and says, "Garoth, you stay here." And he jumps in jumps into the tunnel and starts running down the tunnel. Um, and that's all that happens. And you can hear him running in and disappears into the darkness. Okay. Oh, you just leg it. You just run. I, as the GM, I was so waiting for the beggar on grovel. The but it does have a role playing facet. It does. No. Ooh, Kip's too big to grovel and beg. Ooh. So, Sky. He's 2'8". Yeah, and there's an ogre there. But anyway, so you just leg it, just absolutely leg it. Would you like to heal Robold now that you legged it? So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or half an hour of legging it before you heal. Because you do have to stop to. Okay. So you took the safest of the options. Now, are we clicking on inflict or cure? I'm I'm kidding. Yep. So there's 10. There we go. So Robold's at least healthier. You make it back to town. Town's not that far away. You're only, as I said, a couple hours out of town, and by running away from the ogre, then you're certainly going to get there a bit easier. And where you meet. Yeah. So you're back in town. You're back in Red Larch, where So has been playing with the kids, with the townsfolk. Well, you've noticed that there's now two distinct groups within the kids of the town. They've got when you first came to town, you were accosted by bandits, and now the town is split into two different factions. The kids, that is. There's the Red Lark Bandits, or the Red Lark Raiders, but there's also the Red Lark Knives, and the Red Lark Knives want to go they want to be the good guys. They don't want to be the bad guys. They want to go on adventures, and it was Pellamvor of the Red Lark Knives that actually was the one that found the crypt, and it's her grandmother that's hired you. Pellamvor is a young child, a young girl who now dresses in black and has a makeshift robe and dress, and she has a skull face paint when she plays. Yes. Okay. Um, so you come back to town. It hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. You don't even notice much. Um, you get paid your 35 gold after you assume you just tell them that. Yep. Um, Pel's not there at the time, so she won't look sheepish and walk and run off. But she thanks you for that, and we'll speak to the sheriff about an ogre. An ogre, you say? Um, yeah. The the area is certainly getting more dangerous, and has been for the last. Just a wall without locks, maybe that need keys, because keys get lost. Uh, There's not even a mayor. No, there are. Um, so as you're coming into town and you're going to your inn, your residence above the inn. Um, One of the soon out priestess comes out and starts speaking to Kadan, and Kadan is ushered into the All Faiths temple. He says he'll catch up with you, but first I need to speak and get my robes cleaned as well, as always. Um, and we're going to actually have something which we haven't had for this game yet, which is downtime. So you will have a week of downtime to do what you wish, explore the town, or do some stuff, do some reading or some research, or cause trouble among the local kids. Um, yeah. Which faction are you looking at? Because they are certainly factionized. The the Okay. Um, the older, if you're specifically working on the older of of the children, um, then this is it's the bandits that you'll be in your teaching seminars that are going to be the focus. Yeah, yeah. They're not knights, they're knives. Yes. Yep. Yes. Says the dwarf. You can, and I will point out that dwarves in second edition, and at least in early editions as well, were the slowest member of the party, and it didn't matter how fast you were, as long as you were faster than the dwarf, meant you were safe. Um, the, the book makes the book makes absolutely no sense to you as well. It's also in a language you don't understand. Can I get a lying check, please? Because you're teaching something which you don't know yourself. How? No, not insight. Oh, I was going to say arcana. Because arcana's more still. So you're thinking that you're actually thinking that's like she's speaking like that robot's speaking the truth, and like all the concepts are, yeah, spot on. Yeah. So yep. So as a mechanical thing, um, Sky keeps going to have one. It's going to take one more level to get him up to really understand that book. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was saying your dual classing was going to be another like later, but going to be delayed an extra level. But I'm just kidding. Um, I know it's coming in later, but yeah. So as the week passes, You're training the kids. Yes, Robold? Yep. It's, uh, yeah, it's totally nasty. Totally. Yeah. Um, it, you'll have some space set out in one of the outbuildings in the tavern to at least fix up what you want. They don't want your brewing inside the tavern in case of explosions or burnings and fire, where they would have a problem with fire. All bad. All bad. Done. Um, so in the week, you find out if in the week you find out a few things. Robold, if so, we'll start with Kip. Kip finds the Helm of the High Sung, which is the other tavern in town. You finally venture into it because you get sick of the same barbecue food in your own tavern, and it's the food's just getting really annoying, and it's the same. And you're having a lot of chicken at the moment for some reason. Apparently, there was a big donation specifically just for you guys, just for your own food. Um, so as you enter the Helm of High Sung, one afternoon, and it's this dark. It's a massive two-story tavern. It's pretty much as big as where you stay, but it's a tavern, not just an inn. And all the shutters are blocked off. The whole insides is lit up with. Have you ever had like a power outage where all you've got is a couple of candles to light up like the entire house? That's what the Helm of the High Sung is. And during the day, it is still that dark, and you feel at home. You feel this is where I should be here. There's no sunlight. There's nothing, but just a little bit of artificial light, and no penalty for your skill checks. It's also at night. Yeah. Also at night, it's a bit more bawdy than where you are. Um, there's a lot more drinking, a lot more roughness from the patrons. A lot more of the caravan guards seem to be in this inn drinking, where the caravan drivers or owners are in your inn. So it's a bit of a different class level, but you hear some different rumours as well during the week. One of the rumours is that the area is getting rougher and rougher, because you're hearing from the guards themselves that there's more trouble on the roads from up north and in the east and west, and that there's also reports from some of the other towns that people are going missing. So I'm guessing you're putting this in the journal. So, yep. So you hear rumours of this type of thing, in the outskirts, so that's pretty much how your week, like some of the things you get from your week of just exploring the town and whatnot. For Kameli with Robold, you discover the barber. You yay! The Barbers is where a lot of the locals will actually drink and hang out, even when they're not getting haircuts. It's just like a nice little clip joint. And the barber is a social person. He does encourage the gossip, although he doesn't seem to actually join in himself. But he just likes to get people talking, and it's a nice relaxed environment. And he offers alcohol and drinks there. It's not strong like what you're brewing, but it's still not too bad quality. And he definitely knows his stuff as a barber. Although whether you'll trust him or not, that's totally up to you. Oh, not. I've forgotten about that. Oh, yeah. Some of the rumours that you get from the barbers, because it is a gossip place, is that there's... well, you've heard about them before. I've just got to bring up my little notes. You've heard about them before, and you've actually seen them before. The Flamboyant Feathergale Society, which is the nobles, the flying, the eagles and the griffins that you've seen on your travels every now and then. You just see the flights, always in formation, always brightly coloured. They've moved into one of the old towers, or sorry, one of the old forts in the Sumber Hills, which is the central mountain area of the region. Oops, wrong buttons. Well, I've got so many bits and pieces. You also hear that there's a few other things that are happening that's in a similar area, whereas there's a group called the Scarlet Moon Hall, which is a group of druids that have cleared out an area in the Sumber Hills, and they've cleaned it out and have made a nice little. They're trying to restore the area back to its naturalness, as druids kind of do, which it's all weird for druids. I don't get them. And there's also apparently some monks that have moved up into the area. You don't hear anything more than apparently there's monks. And it's one of the castles is also being refortified. It's banded around as a case of, yeah, that's never going to happen, but a group of mercenaries think that they're going to be able to do it, and yeah, it's not going to happen. When something falls down, you just rebuild anew. You don't rebuild it from what it was. But you don't get any more information on that. And that's what you hear in, yeah. Flamboyant Feather Society. Oh, sorry, Flamboyant. I'll bring it back up. Feathergale Society. Sorry. Yes. And so spends the time with the children. You hear that rumours that there's one of the mines, one of the quarries. There's people that look out like that, scaring the workers at night, or at least the workers are scared of something at night. They're working overtime. They're working night shifts by torchlight and by lantern, and that they get spooked. Sometimes they look up and they see robed figures, or something up, looking over them, looking down upon them. But that's of one of the children, one of their parents, talking stories and not sleeping well. You also hear that the children are certainly they're looking at the silver daggers as heroes, as adventurers, and that's why they're adventuring the knives. And you also hear that they're looking at the silver daggers as adventurers, and they're trying to emulate, which is why they're calling themselves the Knives. Yeah. You also hear that there's a couple of the children. Yeah, I can see it slowly going. There's one more bit here. So I'm going to try to find it. You also hear that a couple of kids. Yep. You good? Your video's smoothed out, at least. Now it's frozen though. Oh no. Alright, well we'll continue. We'll continue with the others. So, oh yeah, you're back. Yep, yep. Yep. You also hear that a couple of the kids were up near Lance Rock picking flowers, and they came across a grisly old prospector, warning them away from Lance Rock, which is the monolith not too far from the village. Yes. Yes. You were told that that the whole troubles of the areas were responsible from what's going on at Lance Rock. That's... It's not too far. It's actually not too far. You like to be paid. If if you do mention that in front of your contact, she does say that, look, if you want to get paid, I'll put in 20, because that's the person that you got the idea from. She'll put in 20 gold for you guys to go check it out. You also notice that Kadan also, at the start of the week, says that he's been asked to go and do a ceremony for a funeral, and he'll be out of town for a few days. And the priestess of Soon is also taking him out with him to show the area, show the local farmers, and introduce him to the local area while she's doing a wedding ceremony as well. So that's why he's not here. Ward, though, just walks off and says, I'll be back soon. And he's saying, yeah, and well, so because you're very inquisitive and you're very nosy, you do hear him say, "No, Mum, I don't want you." Okay, yes, okay. Yeah, yes. Okay, fine. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So late in the week after you've had some downtime, you've done a few things. Uh, yep. Yep. That totally happens, and you start getting you start yep you start getting a little bit of a, oh yeah, that's pretty good, and it starts to keep on, it builds a little bit. One night though, right before you start, you hear a voice in the back, like in the tavern, and just it's this haunting, beautiful, pure note. You didn't notice the patron at the time, but she just starts this beautiful, pure note, and she goes into a song. The song is about loss and love, and that yearning for home and yearning for belonging. And it goes through several verses, um, and by the end of it, everyone's just looking at her. And the verses are about land of storm, land of sunder. Um, we're going home. Sea of wind, sea of fury. We're going home to the sea, and it just keeps on going and going over and over. Thank you for the host, Milman. Always good to see you. Um, and and then afterwards, the woman just, after the song's finished, she just walks out, and like everyone's, it was in common, but you don't recognise the accent, but there was certainly an accent in there. Um, and it was just this beautiful. You don't know if the song was naturally like a was it you think the song wasn't originally written for that language, but it was certainly a very beautiful song. No, this is something very different. Your formal teaching was more local or classical. Mm, yeah. Um, well, you find her not too far out as you catch up to her, and she looks back at you and she stops and she pauses in the darkness. Um, Meredith. Um, from all over, but it always seeing all those people not from not locally here, from so far away from home. I thought it should be sung. I thought it should be said. She explains that she's only here for the night, but she'll try. And if you wish to go to, like, she's staying at the boarding house, and she offers you to teach you that night. If you, yeah, yeah, yeah. So over the night, you can learn the song. You do notice that she's half elven, um, and just those little bits of, she has little bits of hints of elven um, in her language, and if you ask her about it, she does explain it's an elven song, about the travelling between, yeah. Well, I just got a thing saying that can't hear me. Everyone, and I can hear you as well. And apparently, no one can hear you guys. Yeah, can you just give some audio?
Yeah.
Okay, try again.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Yep, it's coming through. Thanks for your meal, man.
Oh dear, we lost Mark.
There we go. She's back.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back. Yeah,
we didn't have
my thing went wonky.
And we didn't have sound all that time.
Oh, we did it?
For you guys.
For the whole. Oh, for us.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, that's our 10th episode, and we've been going for 50 minutes without sound for our cast members.
Bop 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 bop.
Yay!
That must have been a fun guessing game for the audience.
Yeah. I miss so many feels. So many feels.
Kip
Yeah.
fell in love.
Yeah.
If
Keep Meredith sitting in a tree.
we could not jump to conclusions.
Kip and Meredith sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Do you say that in character?
Yeah. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a weird looking baby.
Robot sings along. Or hums.
You both can go drown, and I walk off.
You ditched me during our performance, so that's on you. To chase the love of your life, so I forgive you.
I'm not even listening anymore. I've gone.
Is it because you're looking for Meredith, the love of your life?
I'll high five you.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
So, to recap, because apparently we've had no sound,
I reached for my crossbow, but then don't.
personal
you
growth.
Right, Abby, you can try.
Have some inspiration for your character. It's personal growth. Although, if you did shoot, I would also probably give you inspiration for your character, but it's, yeah, possibly for being Rollington. Because we haven't had any sounds, we'll do a quick recap. The party has been training the local kids on how to defend themselves. The party Robold talked his way out of being killed by the ogre, which was quite shockingly, but also has been teaching Kip magic from his book.
The
Which,
kind-hearted soul he is.
yes. Though he doesn't understand Kip's book because Robold's a sorcerer, not a magician. And Kip's been teaching self-defense, which is actually a really smart and honourable thing. But also feeling a loss, feeling a want to go home, or that's not being home, that homesickness maybe.
Hopefully he found a home in narrative.
I thought the recap was going to try to stop it. Damn, I'm sorry.
So they'll be Kip a death? Or
They
Mary
became
Kip?
Or Marikip.
Mary Kip was cute.
Oh boy.
Maybe Rubble shouldn't have lived.
Or
Robot is a romantic at heart.
So is a shit stirrer at heart.
yeah. So later
Or
in
you found the right
Yeah.
place to poke.
yeah, later in the week.
Speaking of later in the week,
Yes.
when does Robot do his beard?
It's going to take time. Brewing takes time.
No, his beard.
Oh, when do you do your beard? It will be during the
Whatever So
time.
did to the beard stuff.
It will
I'll
come
do
out
it
this
next
week. Or, well, I'll say come out, but more go in to this week. It'll happen.
Okay.
So,
Alright. Let's say that night. We had a little sing-song, Robot's going back to the room, starts grooming the beard.
that's...
What happens?
it goes dark. Well, you start oiling your beard. Someone that doesn't use oils, but I know enough about it. You start oiling your beard, and it's just like you can just. It's already in your fingers. It's already in your hands. And it's bad. Well, it's actually not too bad. It's darker than what it should be. It's yeah. It's
Do I figure out what it is? 'Cause it's
insight.
staining my hand.
Insight works off intelligence because it's intelligence, maybe.
Okay, wait. Inside.
Looking inside. Yeah, inside.
Okay.
Yeah, you think that either the oil's gone bad or something's definitely something's wrong.
They've had oil gone bad on me before. First off everything, I suppose. New brand.
New
So
brand.
when I get to the barber shop, I just buy everything he has for oils and try to fix whatever this is going on.
Well, if you go to the barber shop, the barber does say that it may be. He hasn't seen this before. He's seen it before, but not for a long time, and definitely never for a dwarf. It probably is an ink or something that's. Although it could just be the oils. I don't know. And he'll be able to clean it out for you.
Just
if
tell
you
me
let him.
how. Don't touch the beard.
He's a bit prompt of that one. It's like, okay, well, you'll need this, and he starts getting all these little bits and pieces out, and starts writing down the instructions, and halfway through he says, "You can read, can't you?" Well,
Yes.
okay, we'll just and it's a long list of cleaning, and it'll take quite a bit to clean, and to. And he says, "Just don't worry, it'll all come out. Just relax. It's okay."
I hope so. If this does not come out, this whole town will be sorry.
Just give me a bit of warning, so I'm not in town, maybe.
Well, because you are such a knowledgeable person about facial hair, I will.
Just remember, I tried to be nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say that So is tagging along with this, like very quiet for her usual self, just following Robold, rocking on her heels.
Oh god.
Knowing so, does Robert click something about a facial expression or smile? She might have something to do with this.
So can I get a deception roll, please?
You can. That's one of my higher stats, because So is a little liar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, here we go.
You do have. I was going to say you do have
Oh,
inspiration,
yeah. This way.
just in case. And can I get an insight? From Robold once again. You do
Oh,
have
no.
inspiration.
You wasted all your good rolls.
Yeah, I did. You see, I did.
You have
So I'm just going
inspiration.
there. So you will not believe what happened. I
What
bought
happened?
this oil in good faith. I've been using this brand for fucking ages. And look what is it? Look, just look at my beard. Don't touch it.
It's a-
Just look.
It's a shade darker.
It's inky.
You
It's not
know,
how it's supposed to look. It's not. It's ugh.
I'm not one to point fingers, but I did see Ward around your bed when we were at Barge Right, when he was doing his whole suspicious thing.
If one of Ward's voices did this to my beard oil, there will be hell to pay and blood spilt.
Of the
Just-
voices.
Know this. I don't care which bloody voice told him to do that.
Well, you know I would never, because I'm actually enjoying spending my time with you. You're not like everybody else. You're rich, and I respect that.
My parents were rich.
Difference.
If you didn't have inspiration, or if you used your inspiration, you would have just gotten it back right then. But no. Because I know backgrounds for what's coming out here, the hints that are happening.
I'm gonna give Robold a little kiss on top of his head. It still looks good.
Thanks.
As soon as he walks away out of earshot, I'm laughing. As soon as he's out of earshot, I am cackling like an evil genius.
Because you didn't just get away with it, you also threw someone else under the bus.
That's the so tiefling method. She doesn't get a last name.
Human method.
So human method.
Yes. Okay, later in the week, unless something else happens. Yep.
I just want to say, you don't see Kip the next day.
Oh, he's with his love bug.
Meredith does leave on a caravan the next day.
Brooding as fuck.
Yeah. So later in the week, a couple of the kids, it's almost night time, and a couple of kids run into the tavern just as you're eating dinner, and they run up to you and go, oh, we need your help, we need your help, we need your help. They've kidnapped him. They've kidnapped him. We need your help. Come on, let's go.
Who
Kidnapped him.
And they grab your arms and they actually start trying to pull, like each of you.
Don't touch me. You've got
I'm gonna pick
children's germs. Ugh.
I'm gonna pick one of the kids up. Wait, come on, tell me who's wrong, and we'll go save them. We're the Silver Daggers. Of course, we're gonna go save them. But you gotta tell me what's going on.
They took Lord. They took a Lord. They've kidnapped him. We've got to go get him. We need your help.
Who's kidnapped him?
The bandits.
Oh, the bandit. Oh, we gotta go take care of this, guys. The bandits got Lord.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let's go. Come on. And I'm gonna follow the kids out.
I'm just. This could either be some stupid game or really fucking bad. In case it's the latter, I'm gonna go.
So, are you going up to your rooms to get stuff, or are you just going straight from dinner?
Well, I'll
grab stuff. I'll grab stuff.
Yeah.
I'll grab my crossbow.
Okay, so
I'll
crossbow.
bring some of my 100% proof.
We can make Molotov cocktails. I just realized.
That is true.
Okay, so prepping up fire tokens.
Oh, we keep getting things that we shouldn't have.
We'll do that a bit later. So the kids drag you out. Where am I going? Wrong direction. There's so many maps in this game. The kids drag you out. It's getting on. By the time you get to the location, they're getting on dark. They take you to the river, and take you along the river, and that's where you find yourself. At the river, and you should be loaded up now.
Whoa, that is so.
Have they stolen our names? Sip, Sue, and Rolo.
Yeah.
But they did no.
Oh, Sip, Sue, and Ron, that is so cute.
I hate infants.
So these are the younger ones of the kids.
Oh.
These are the younger ones of the kids. You also know Pellenvor, with her dark brooding nature, or her whatnot, is taking off Kadan's Kellenvor.
Oh, that is adorable.
Yeah.
This is so cute.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Oh, come on, Roll.
But on the way, they say that they've taken Lord.
Lord.
Yeah. They've kidnapped him and taken back to their base, and they've taken him, and like they're not giving him back, and they're not like, if we don't get Lord back, our parents will kill us. Like, we need to get him back.
Okay, I'm gonna have my scimitars by my side, but I'm gonna pick up 2 sticks from the ground.
Yep. Would you like
I'm
statistic for
hefting my
stick?
axe.
Oh, do I have a slingshot? Please tell me I have a slingshot to give to Sue. Please tell me I have a slingshot to give to Sue. I don't, but I do have my bag of ball bearings tied to a string. Give that to a child.
God.
What would Sue do? I think we know the answer.
Hey, Robold, you think you can give a bit of beard for Rolo?
Excuse you, what?
I look at you bemused, like,
He
No,
needs a beard.
no.
Rolo, are you gonna grow a beard?
Sorry, I was doing something on Kip's character sheet. He doesn't have a
What?
beard.
what?
Rolo doesn't have a beard, but he's got a little bit of a. He's got a little bit. It's not paint, but it's certainly darker. Like he's put. Yeah.
Oh, this is so cute. I love this. I love these kids.
That's a facial travesty.
It is.
Be nice.
It's as if he's got stubble, but he doesn't. Yeah. Yes. Kip, you now have a stick on your character sheet as a weapon.
I mean, it was more for fluff rather than an actual weapon.
It's there.
I think even with 1d3 minus 1, I might still kill a child with that. So I'm not actually trying to hurt them.
But it's there.
Trouble is.
You kill a child.
Yeah, there's
Let's
consequences.
talk about a kidnapping. If
Yeah.
they want real world action, I'll give it to them.
No,
Bro.
you fucking won't.
They're kids, and they just want to play.
Yeah, they want to play, they're gonna die.
We need to protect.
Well, then go home. Well, then go home.
Somebody has to keep you two adults safe. I'll
I'm
just
not an adult.
tag along behind and see what happens, and then I'll save your ass.
Yes, do that. Put the fucking axe away. Jesus
I'm not
Christ.
an adult. That's
I
me.
mean, for Bahamut's sake.
I'm gonna kneel down and I'm gonna put a hand on Sue. It's like,
Oops.
do you know what's the best?
I was like, who are you
about-
attacking?
No, sorry.
Whoa!
No. Ignore that.
Just kill a kid. I'm gonna put a hand on Sue and I'm like, you know what's the best way to get an enemy?
And she
Oh my
turns,
God.
goes,
A big entrance. Follow me and I'm gonna lead her up.
That's wrong, but okay.
Why am I doing it? You should have access there.
I'm gonna move up a little bit.
You have
I will too.
you have access to those tokens.
Oh.
To the kids'
no,
tokens?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I
Pick
don't
the
either.
kid, and it should be there. Let's see. Let's get this. Oops. Try to make sure it's there. Oh, damn, it's controlled by... That's why I had it set up for controlled by. No problem.
Any of these people
There you go.
who've been in my training sessions?
No, because you've been training the elders. You've been training your adversaries.
Oh, so these are all young people.
Yep.
These are all like,
Oh,
really young.
okay, so
The older ones kidnap
train the
Lord.
kidnappers.
You train the kidnappers.
Yep.
Yeah, this will be a good exercise for them. This will be good. I'll
there you
say,
go.
I'll call over the one who's clearly imitating me, and I'll say, "What's your name?"
And she said, "Oh, he says, Sip."
Okay, but what's your actual name?
Sip.
Sip, it's Sip.
Okay. Sip, stay behind me. Watch closely. We're gonna show these guys. I'm gonna show these guys a little something. I twirl the sticks and give them a bit of a
And he
flourish.
draws 2 sticks.
And I say, you know, Rolo, the best thing for every great warrior is to have a sip of something fortifying.
No! This kid.
Just give a
Oh.
small sip of my proof.
Oh no, a bit of Dutch courage.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh no!
Oh.
That kid's gonna go home.
I say, yeah, battle is stressful. Why don't you just sit down, safe behind this bush rock thing, and
Yeah.
I'll come back for you later.
So can I get stealth rolls as well? Because you are doing like you can see that there's fires, and you can see that you can hear.
Oh, that's not very good.
No. You can hear there's stuff going on. You can hear there's talking. It is dark. You can see light from fires. The kids have small little. They're not torches, but they're not candles. There's a little bit between the two, and there's very little light. You should be able to see that there's very little light from their tokens.
Can I, if I can listen out, I'm listening for the voices. Do I hear if they sound like children or if they sound like adults? Or
Do a listen roll,
teenagers
please.
as well? Perception.
Yep, perception.
Very good. 17. Pretty good.
They're not as young as these ones, but maybe teenagers.
Okay. Okay. I relax a lot. I'm just like, oh, thank God. Right.
And the kids explain that this used to be their base, but yeah, now they're not. They're not welcome with the older kids anymore.
Oh.
Well, no one likes a bully, so we're gonna go teach these bullies a lesson.
Especially since you train those bullies.
Yeah, and you did.
Yeah. Robold points that out. You do know you trained them, right?
I know, and this is going to be their test. This is the exam.
Uh-huh.
This is the graduation.
I'm gonna turn to Sue, and I'm gonna say the best way to make an entrance is to add some atmosphere, and I'm gonna use thaumaturgy in succession. I'm gonna use it once to make the ground shake. I'm gonna use it again to make their candles flicker.
Okay. So you're going in loud, or you're going in quiet?
We're going in quiet, but I'm letting the
With
ground,
the ground
shake.
shake.
Not with that stealth roll. I'm not going in quiet. That's for sure.
I'm
Well,
going in quiet.
I mean,
It's-
you are obviously, but
Stealth is a perspective type thing. The further you are away, the more stealthy you are. So even with a 7, at a distance, they can't hear you. If there's other things going on, they can't hear you. If they're actively listening to you and on patrol, they are bandits. You don't know if they are or not. They may be trying to listen out. So even with a 7, you're pretty safe for now. And even the kids only rolled 9 for their collectives.
okay.
So the ground, is it just locally shake or big shake? Because that's
It's local. It's where I want. I think it doesn't describe it. It just says the ground shakes. It's not like a bad tremor. It's just a tremor.
okay.
Like a
so,
spooky effect.
Spooky.
so the ground starts shaking, and the little
Okay.
candles start flickering.
And thaumaturgy one more time to make a big booming voice say, "You've messed with the wrong knives."
And there goes the stealth rolls.
It's fine, the kids. I'm gonna hop up on the wall.
I turn to Sip, and I go, "By me," and I run in.
Okay.
Just
Well,
amble
we're totally going.
here.
Oh, initiative. Oh, okay.
Well, you didn't. This could have been done
Well-
quietly.
Well, I think someone blew those chances, so I guess we're doing this dramatically instead.
The rogue. I'm just going to change the overlay because everyone's moved around while it's happening.
Oh god, I gotta select the token and roll it. That's right. I mean, you can put it to 10.
I just want it on the token because it makes it easier.
Or just leave it at 8. It doesn't matter. It's just an imagined fight.
So you think?
Well,
Someone messed with his beard. Child is trying to make a beard and looks ridiculous. Robots not having a good night.
That was having
you've poisoned a child.
That was severely satisfying.
I hope that kid throws up on you later.
No, I'll have him turned away to throw up on someone else.
Oh dear.
There you go. So I just had to change the overlay because when Mars disconnected, it swapped Kamali across. Kip, you always seem to end up in the same spot in the overlay, so I don't need to always move you.
Nice.
Dependable Kip.
Hmm.
So is it going to roll initiative for me? No, it's not. Ah. Okay.
I think we can roll initiatives for the kids.
Well, they can go off your initiatives just to make it easier.
Okay.
Mine's being
Yeah.
sick behind a bush.
Yes, yours is being sick behind a bush.
Yeah, he'll just stay there. Safe.
He looked up to you.
Yep,
Little
and now he's
teacher
looking
not to
down
drink.
to the ground.
That was his mistake.
Picked the wrong hero.
Yep.
Never meet your heroes, kid.
So these should actually work though.
Oh,
Jesus.
What?
You've got some good rolls.
Well,
That's
you
better
could
than
have done
us.
this quietly. But no, the rogue had to use magic to go.
I'm making this an entertaining fight.
Seriously gonna end quiet. So throw a gate. Doesn't really know what to do, but runs towards the noise.
Kids don't have dark vision. This should be easy. Just throw them in the lake.
Yeah.
I'll just check the vision. Get off the vision thing now. There we go, but he's just running. Does have a sword, well, a wooden stick in hand, though. And that's all he can get to. And he can barely, like, he can see just a little bit of your outline. Ellie. Goes to there. So, it's your go.
Ellie's right there.
Ellie's right there.
I'm going to go over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, I don't know how to knock out a child without knocking out a child. I guess I take my dagger at my hip and go, on guard!
Who pinged the water? As a hint to knock out the child. Just saying. On guard. Well, you draw your dagger on guard, and she's got a. She's actually got a book, and she's about to, like, over her shoulder.
Just whack you with a book.
The word is mightier than the sword, as they say, but not when it's a real sword. So I'm gonna try to sweep her off her feet, just like kick under there. See if that works.
So it's essentially an unknown. What I'm going to do quickly, because we've used this before, we haven't actually been able to use it. Like we've needed it before. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is give a unarmed strike. And there's no real. I'm not going to put strength onto it.
Good, because she's not strong.
I'm not going to have damage. Well, no.
Good.
So strength is to hit. Strength is only to damage, no other damage on top of it. So I'm assuming you're not going to force any damage. Yes?
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to purposely hit this kid.
Okay.
Yeah. I think all of this is just sort of like, you know, not actually hurt them, but just like, well, maybe give them a bit of a do, but nothing like play fighting.
How much do the children weigh?
You don't
I don't
know,
like that
and
you-
I'm not going to tell you.
You're gonna
You're gonna have
fly
to
with
put
the
a-
child, aren't you?
Just gonna grab Rolo and just huck him at the other kids like a bowling ball. It's like,
Don't meet
Well-
your heroes.
If they weigh more than 10 pounds, my plan won't work.
Lola, I can fly. Now you can too.
More than 10 pounds, yes.
We can fly! We can fly!
More than 10 pounds, yes.
This is not how Peter Pan worked out.
What really happened?
Okay, so we have unarmed. Kip and Robold have proficiency in it. While So, because you're a rogue, as your base character doesn't have proficiency in unarmed. Because a fighter gets proficiency in everything, I'm assuming a barbarian gets proficiency in pretty much everything weapons-wise as well.
Can I use dex? Can I use dex instead of strength? Because I'm just trying to be quick about it, not actually like physically.
Do you know how to change that in your character?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep, no problem.
What do I? Oh, there it is. Let's see. What do I hit? I'm gonna go for it.
Okay,
Is that
here we
enough for
go.
their armor class?
No, it's not.
Ooh,
A 4 is totally not enough for their armor class.
jeez, I missed their armor class.
Yeah,
It's
kids
four.
are wily.
Just see,
What's gonna happen-
I told you.
A
Kids
brick
are...
wall doesn't have
nice
an
to
armor
them.
class of 4.
A brick wall has an armor class of 5, I think.
I don't know what these kids are wearing. I'm not shopping at the kid district. I'm not Kip. I don't shop at the kid district.
Ooh.
Hi, my name is Peach, and I live for roasting Kip.
Yeah. Yeah. I live
is-
to take it.
Is Sue doing anything?
Oh.
Sue, I guess, is well, does she have a weapon?
Sue has a small stick with like a bauble on the end, which is painted like as a wand.
Aw, I don't have a wand. I'm gonna have her.
But she
I
she
guess-
turns it around. She can use it as a stabby if she needs. Now that you've drawn a dagger.
Yeah, just use it as a stabby. She's a kid.
Yeah. So you're going to attack?
Yeah. Please be good. Oh,
attacks.
the kid did better than me.
She actually hits. Yes. Any other actions between both of you?
Do I have? How is Ellie looking?
Allie's looking hurt. She just got hit by a stick.
I'm gonna just tell her, "Skit, get away, you lost." Shoo, you bully.
Oh boy. So Pixie. Whoops, what's that in there? And Pixie can actually reach though. She's going to try to. She's going to try to hit So.
This kid's coming at me.
Wow. Is that it? What's So's armor class?
Probably just about 14.
That's a hit.
Yeah,
Wow.
this kid hits me.
You just got hit by a stick by a kid.
Death by kid, I guess.
Yeah. That's 2 health. Do you want me to mark it or are you marking it?
That wasn't very nice.
Oh, you've marked it. There you go. And she's going to charge. The adventurers are here. Defend the base. Okay, scary time. Who dies?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Quick question: this wall, is it high or just a crumbling little edge?
So,
Just Kool-Aid man through the wall.
bet-
it's high.
Uh,
Oh, so
okay.
it's about 6 foot, 7 foot high. So
Holy
Ward could look over it, like if he looks. You could do your jumpy, which goes over that number, but other than that, yes.
Oh yeah, I can do that. All right. So I'll move up to there, and then I will do my little Superman move
Okay. So I'm
and
gonna have
just
to move.
fly over.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move your token because you won't be able to
Thank
move it
you.
past that, and that's where you find yourself.
Okay, and I guess that's about the move that
Oh,
I
I'll go
have.
with us once again. Oh, you're back.
Hello. My internet isn't being friendly.
So you can see a bigger fire down here, and remnants of a fire here as well. I think you can see that, and there's this. It looks like an old brazier on the wall over here, and they've got some wood in there, but it's not burning very well. It's burnt down, so it's very, very dim light here.
Yeah. Okay. So that
Um,
was 10 feet. That was plus 10. I
So
think
you
I have
don't-
10 feet left.
Yeah, I think you got about 20 feet left actually.
20 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just figure that out. Okay.
And that's if you just want to move and then do an action. You can still dash.
Nah, I won't dash. I'll just sort of walk along, take a sip of my proof. That's it.
Sip
Okay.
of raw alcohol.
Just a sip of some good old fashioned medicine.
Ah, God, love the
Good
taste of ethanol
dwarfish
in the
brew.
morning.
I love the straight of the tell. I love the feeling of my insides liquefying.
Yay! Burning. Melting.
That's where you get the
away.
lightning from.
Refreshing. Yeah, that's it. This is liquid lightning.
I eat lightning and crap thunder.
Drink lightning in this instance.
Oh boy. Kip, it's your go. If you do choose to attack this person, you have advantage because he can just see you. You're essentially almost invisible to him.
Okay. Basically, I'm assuming he runs out, and then I just sort of dash up out of nowhere. I haven't got the macros up for this.
Yeah.
And I will stick him once. Stick one, and I'm gonna try and trip him up. So 14.
Yep.
Wait, have I still got bless on?
Yep.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't have bless on. Why is I got it? It's not
I'll
ticked.
fix it. There we go. I'll fix it.
Okay. So we'll do 12 for the first one.
Yep. You totally hit him. Wait, no.
Okay, I'm trying to trip him up.
Yep, you hit him. You trip him up, and you do 2 points of damage as he trips onto the ground.
Yeah. Basically, I just run up and just say, "Your balance is off," and I trip him up, and I sort of point down at him. Bad poise. Work on it. Low center of gravity. And I dashed on.
Come here.
I dash on through here. And it's Sip's right behind me. I assume Sip just like sort of goes up and he kicks him.
Well, you can do another strike with the stick for Kip.
I mean, I'm
Also for Sip.
okay. Using just Kip's thing. Okay.
Oh, so no. I've got it.
Oh, okay. Never
So-
mind. Ignore that.
No,
then.
I've got it here. I've got the character sheets for the kids. He's on disadvantage because, quite frankly, he can barely see him as
Oh
well.
dear. Nope.
So he tries to hit him as he goes past, and he breaks his stick. So Sip has no stick anymore, or he has
No.
only one stick, I should say.
So that was 10,
Yeah.
20 feet. Oh my god. Yeah, that'll be it. I'll just kind of like come up to here. And Sip will be right behind me.
Yeah.
That's what I told him to do.
Yep. And now you can
Yeah,
see.
So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just like running up to all these kids and like attacking their weak points and just like saying like your posture's bad, like sort of keep your back open, like doing all this kind of thing, like I'm training them.
What do we say to the Lord of this?
Yeah, exactly like that. Like,
Oh boy. And so Gwen Dragonsbane, she's now got a target. And she can see. So she's going to try to attack Sip.
no, my son.
So
Never talk to me or my son again.
it's not advantage, it's just on the 3. I didn't change the thing. She misses. And that's her turn. And so, and the biggest of the children, which you do know and you have trained, he's about 16, 17. He's a bit slow.
He is too old.
He's developmentally he's a bit younger than he is, but he's quite a big boy, and he likes playing games. He also carries a bigger stick.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
yeah.
2 kids gonna die tonight.
Oh no.
So I'll just get this put in. So I only half did them all. So guys,
We're too strange looking as a group. They're gonna identify us now if we kill a kid. Before it was easy. No one knew who we were. Now they're like, oh, those are people who killed the kids.
why isn't this working? I should be able to drop and drag in. Oh, I hate. Oh no, so there it is. Drop and dragging the wrong thing in. Nope, it's not working. Oh well. Let's quickly get this in. There. Okay. There we go. So he attacks Robold with a great big stick with 2 hands.
Doesn't it?
And misses. After all that.
Lucky.
For some reason, Roll20 wasn't allowing me to just drag the thing straight in, but yeah. So I just quickly put in. And yes, he misses. That's his go. Torrogate is on the ground in pain.
I just want to point out the only thing I can see with my 60-foot dark vision on the outside where we came from is Rolo, like prone on the ground. Like it's pitch blackness,
Poor kid.
and then there's just a beam of light reaching Rolo up. I'll try and print screen it so I can send it to you later because this is.
No,
You gotta carry that kid home.
This is just sad.
The advantage of being the GM, all I do is Control L and voila, I can see from your character's perspective. Which means I can show everyone your character's perspective. Of
Yeah, it's just Rolo off in the corner there, just go.
Yes.
He's calling George and Louis.
Yeah. And you can see a little bit of this one here. just a little bit of his outline.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He just gets with his knee doing the Peter Griffin.
But just to point out, you when you attacked Throwgate here was standing here. What you can see in light, he could see in darkness. So he could not see you. He'd just see a tiny bit of your outline when you attacked him, which is why you had advantage. I love dynamic lighting. Roll 20. If you have a pro account, you get access to dynamic lighting. Highly advise it if you're playing fun games and you want to really play on your players. Changes the perspective. Really does.
It's very immersive. And I
Yes.
like it.
It's nice.
Throwgate does nothing because he's actually in pain. You tripped him, and yeah. Ellie is actually going to try to hit So with her book. I'm actually including
Is
this
that the
in
funniest?
right now.
So is this tiefling, like sort of devil horns. It's just a Bible. It's just like, be gone. Oh no!
And so she goes
and
down.
it bounces off my horns and hits her.
Just impales on your horns. Just,
Give me back my book! Give me back my book!
Ellie, that's not how we talk.
She took my book! Give me back my book!
I didn't
As
take
it's-
it. You gave it to me. It's my book now.
As it's on your horns.
you have a very
My book now.
It's a holy text.
Oh.
I'll pay that one. Yep. I know, dude. Should inspiration be given for puns? It's like rewarding bad
Yes.
behaviour.
I've already got it. I haven't
No,
used it.
I know, everyone's got it. So, with your book now.
Ellie, do you want the book back?
Yes?
You gotta go home if I give you the book back.
But.
You gotta go home.
Do a
If you want to
persuasion.
keep fighting, you can keep fighting. But if you want your book, you go home. If you don't, it's my book now. I keep everything the bad guys throw at me.
And in this case, you hear it. Do a persuasion.
Okay. I have my character sheet up. Why do I keep looking for it?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm good at persuasion. Not really that good.
I'll counter it with
Do I get advantage because these kids have? I've been playing with these kids for a while,
And you've got persuasion,
and they go.
I think.
there you go. I'll do that for you. As Sue right next to you starts screaming and yelling and going, ah! To help in your persuasion.
Sue is an intimidating kid. I love her. She stabs and then she screams. This is So's kind of kid.
And so she runs off.
I'm gonna.
I have. Yes, the two emotions: stab and scream.
I'm gonna pat Sue on the head and like, I like you. You're great. You're going places, kid. I'm gonna. Do I still have an action, or was persuasion my action?
That was your action, your persuasion, yeah.
All right.
You still have movement.
I will talk to which kid is that's Pixie.
Pixie, yes.
Pixie, I don't think you want any of this. She's a wild child.
And she's waving her stick around like crazy, still excited that she scared off the bigger kid. With help from her tiefling friend.
Of course. Like, do you want any of this? Because she will kill you. I've seen her do it before.
I've seen her kill men.
She killed a man in cold blood. She'll kill your dad.
Do not fuck with this child.
Oh, why am I still rolling with advantage? She misses with her stick. Yeah, there we go. She misses with her Pixie attacks Sue, or tries to attack Sue and misses. And there's
He
no
was just
effect.
going ape shit right now.
Well, Sue's scary, so she's trying to attack the scary one. You're the reasonable one here.
I like being the reasonable one.
It's
Sue
rare.
just ape shit.
I'm just imagining something like Jack from The Incredibles.
Definitely.
So I've seen that movie twice now at the drive-ins. Love it. As in the recent one, I've seen twice.
Yeah.
I've seen the other one way too many
I've seen
times.
it. It's good.
Robold.
Oh, okay.
Poof.
Right. Look at Akon and I'd tell him, well, that was a good job. And for a good job, a big boy needs a reward. Take a sip.
No.
You don't want me to kill them. I'm just taking them out.
Persuasion.
Poisoning them.
Who
Persuasion.
raised
Persuasion.
Robo?
I'm using my inspiration for that.
Oh.
Who
So that's
raised
advantage,
Robo?
right?
Who hurt you?
This is going to be opposed as well.
I really hope this works. Yes.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough of a difference.
Okay, you
I
take
was
a
gonna-
big swig.
Yeah, I
because
was going to
you're
give you a
big
5-point
boy.
difference, and he takes a drink. He will have a save though, because he's the oldest of the group.
He's the oldest.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
So he does take a drink. He's going to get some disadvantages, but he's not puking himself up. He's not poisoned like he did Rolo.
Darn it.
You gave him instant alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I know. That's what I wanted to do with this guy as well.
You ruined his liver before he got a chance to.
And that'll teach him not to drink.
Yeah.
It's real life lessons here.
I'm getting very confusing signals.
Six
Mixed
to
messages.
6 to 10-year-olds or 6 to 8-year-olds should not be drinking 100 proof liquor.
Nobody should.
Don't drink, kids. Don't
No.
drink.
Don't
please.
drink
Message.
ever.
No.
That's the message.
Don't drink
Okay.
until your legal age, wherever country your legal age is. If your country doesn't allow alcohol, don't drink. There are laws
Don't
for
drink.
reasons.
And if a strange dwarf offers you drinks, don't take them.
Don't ever take it. Don't take drink from strangers.
No. Even if that
Okay.
dwarf's a midget, still don't.
Okay,
Dwarfism.
what I will also try to do is swipe his feet out from under him.
You've had your you've
I
had your
had my
action.
action, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Right, you know what? Then I just move off. Just let me see how far I can go. There. I move this way.
And
Do I see anyone or anything?
you
No,
get hit.
really. What? Excuse me?
You
Who's coming
get
up?
hit. You left it. He's a threatened square. It's attack of
Oh,
opportunity.
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because you
run
almost
off, you could-
died.
I got my hit points back.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
you better. And any other part of your turn? You've done your movement, you've done that. Yep, that's I think all done.
Yeah, that's all done.
Kip.
I'm just here
Right.
poisoning.
I'm gonna absolutely. I'm gonna go up here and in tandem with Sip because he's a natural, and I also have pack tactics. I'm gonna stick this mother. I'm gonna stick Gwen with advantage.
Yep.
That'll be a 19 to hit.
Yep. with 1 point of damage.
And I just got up to her. I'm just like, battlefield awareness. I come out from the side, just go smack.
On the side of her head.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing you're doing?
Well, what? How's Gwen looking? What happens after that? Does she sort of go ow and stop?
Well, you hit her on the side of the head, so yeah, she's going ow, but you hit her only once. You do have 2 weapons. You should be able to see their bars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I don't want to kill him. I just want to like do what I did with a throw gun or whatever his name is. Like just put the get them to stop and just by hitting them a couple of times. I don't know how hit points work in this scenario.
Hit points are hit points. It's up to you and how much you want to risk it.
So I won't attack her again and potentially kill her.
What about Sip?
And that Sip will duck down here. And I try and go for Icon. Because he's a ballsy motherfucker.
Brave kid.
Sip left, threatened square of Gwen. Gwen missed though.
Yeah.
As Gwen's going, battlefield awareness! And she misses. But yeah, Sip's attack. Let's go on Icon. Oh no, she only got 1 because the other one was broken. That's right. So the first attack misses and there wasn't a second attack.
Okay. Then I'm gonna duck down here because I haven't used my bonus action yet.
No, you
I
haven't.
will offhand. Oh, pardon?
No, you haven't. So yes, you offhand.
Offhand stick against Icon. Ooh, 13.
13 hits.
For 0.
But you do hit him. Yep.
And I will sod it. I'll action surge. And I'll try and trip him up.
Yep. So
I'll try and trip him up.
Yep.
17.
17. So what's your? Trying to think. Chip doesn't have a.
My strength.
I'm trying to. I'm just put a spellcasting ability of Dex, and he's going to do a save against your essentially spellcasting DC.
Okay, yeah.
He's the biggest of the lot, so he's going to have a save against your trip attack.
Yeah.
The others don't have any save abilities. No.
Ooh.
You drop him. You take him over. You trip him over.
He falls. He crashes down, and then I turn to Sip, and I'm just like, see, if they're big, you try and unbalance them, and they fall hard. That's something I've learned from being so small. Bigger they are, harder they fall.
And Sip says,
Yeah.
go for the knees.
Yeah, good. No, back of the knees and back of the ankles as well.
And the groin, he points down with his stick.
Oh yeah, you guys. I'm like the groin. I mean, sure. Is that any different? That doesn't unbalance them though.
And he's poking at the big guy's groin, and he's And I turn to the other guy. So when you're a big target, you need to be aware of. And I'm just going into like a lecture of like sort of when you're big, like try and make sure you stay low, try and keep your balance, and try and fend off small attackers. And I'm going into all this sort of spiel about like I'm smacking their shit, but then teaching them a lesson about what they did wrong and how they can improve their fighting.
Do I hear him from over the wall?
Yes, in this 3-second monologue of all this going on.
Can I, when he's done, can I shout, Kip, Meredith will be glad to know you're so good with kids.
Bite
Not gonna
me.
let that go. I don't know about Meredith, but you can ask her if she's into that.
Why? Why would? What? What?
Gwen's go.
Just leave it.
Gwen was off the map. Where'd Gwen go?
Mm.
Oh no, Gwen's
I only
here.
see Brillo.
Gwen's here.
Oh.
She runs.
Oh no. Wait, why is there a second Kip icon?
There shouldn't be.
I'm seeing a second one, a grey, the not coloured one.
Oh. Where? I think you may have dragged it on.
I cast Simulacrum.
You may have dragged it on, or I may have dragged it on off your sheet accidentally. Yeah. So Gwen runs pretty much off the map because you've just taken her down, or taken everyone around her down, and Ilkan runs, gets up and will run.
I'll just use an attack of opportunity and just bop him on the butt. Just go poof.
Yep. 1 or 2.
I can only do one for an attack of opportunity.
Because Sip also does it then. And bops him on the butt.
Synergy, I like it. You're good. You have potential.
You could call it Kipper. I had something going and I lost it. Sip injury. Nope, it's not working out. It worked better in my head though.
Always does. Thrower-gate runs. Limps, I should say. Ellie's gone. So, it's on you. It's up to you.
I'm gonna give Pixie a chance to run. You see all your friends going. Do you want to go? Or do you want to stay and be the last man standing? Because I will hurt you.
Are you going to do persuasion or intimidate this time?
I'm gonna persuade, and I don't have any kind of rapport with these kids, right?
You do have some rapport with the kids. So I'll give you an advantage on this.
Yay.
If you're going to try to use that rapport of...
Yeah. Because I don't want to hurt these kids. These are my buddies. Who I am tricking to let me steal things, but my buddies.
My buddies who I manipulate.
It's my buddy. It's like with Ward. He's my buddy I manipulate.
Yes. Yes. So persuasion, and let's see. Is it insight of?
It'd be insight. No,
Yeah.
would it? Because it's not deception.
But it's still an insight. It's like, should I or shouldn't
No.
I? I think. Yeah. And again,
Let Sue take an
Sue's-
opportunity attack.
No, she's just screaming at her. She doesn't get the finer points of negotiation. She just keeps on yelling.
She's a bard.
She's a screamo bard.
And now she's runs like, yeah, like the Star Wars scene with the on top of the hill with the sticks, screaming and yelling.
Amazing.
Yep. I think everyone's cleared out except for Econ, but he was running away.
We defeated the children again.
Yes.
Mm.
Defeated the children.
Hate these children.
And yet you thought you were going to be having new characters made up today.
It may have been better for the children.
Maybe, yeah.
A lot better for the children.
Just thinking of the backstory, yeah, maybe actually.
Oh yes.
Oh God.
They have a better survival rate.
Yeah. So you take the day. You hear a little bit later, Kip. You hear a splash as Iken jumps into the water and starts swimming. And if you go and look, he seems to be a capable swimmer, and he's swimming across the river. Like it's only a small river in this area. Yeah, that's pretty much the battle. Although you still haven't found Lord.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Sue, you said what you guys said. Lord would be here.
Well, he is. He should be here.
Should have saved one of the kids. You always
Not
leave
around
one
here.
enemy living. You always leave one enemy living to get the information out of him. Lord, come out, wherever you are. The bad guys are gone.
There's no response. There's no callback.
Oh, no.
You haven't explored everywhere
no.
yet.
I'm gonna run after one of the kids.
They're gone.
I'm gonna
They
start
have
looking
been
for
long gone.
Lord. I'm gonna start exploring for Lord, because
Yes.
we will get blamed.
Is that water?
Yes, it's water. In
Okay.
here, there's shallow. You can see the white is shallow. So
Yeah.
you did go past something back here.
I did when I went. Oh, this way. Oh, over here.
There we go.
There he is. See how oh, he's a dog. Oh, that's
What?
cute.
He's a what?
Guys, I found Lord. Can I pet him?
He looks quite. He's quite big for. But yeah, and seems to be quite docile.
I'm gonna pet him.
Where is he?
He's over here. I'm in the circle thing.
The tower base.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
and Lord's chained to the wall.
He does.
So
He
this
does
mutt
look like
has got one kid poisoned, one kid slightly drunk.
the dog did that. The
Yes.
dog did that.
that.
The
Sure.
dog handed the children the incredibly strong alcohol. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the dog did.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
It
does
was
kind of
either
look
that
like
or
me.
decapitate them.
Or you know, you could
is-
just leave.
You don't even go from 0 to 100. You go from like 50. You go from 95 to 100. There's no like lower.
No,
Yeah, no,
why should they be? I am magnificent. I am awesome. Why do anything halfway? And I walk away in a huff. Oh, I hate children.
You know, Kip, he kind of looks. Lord kind of looks like Ward.
He's got some drawings on him. As in some paint.
Oh.
Just trying to make the tattoos.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey. Oh, fuck. Is he?
Yep.
Is he like aggressive or is he?
No, he's quite
like-
docile. He's a very large dog. He's quite docile. He does have a chain on him though, and the chain's
Alright,
attached to
I'll-
the wall.
poor
I'll unchain him.
Do you have lockpicking skills? Or
I'll
are
unchain
you
him.
breaking the chain?
Oh no, well, Sue, you can sort this out.
I don't think Sue can, but I can.
So. No, that's gonna get confusing.
All right, let me unlock this pup.
Yep. The old manacles unlocked with the 14. You didn't need a lot. You could have also just broken the chain as well because it is old. And Lord's quite happy now. Lickshu goes over to Kip, and unless Kip does something scary, he'll go and try to lick Kip.
I will jump on the dog's back and use him as a mount.
Okay.
Oh no!
He will actually do that for you. He'll lick you
Yeah.
for a bit, and if you try to mount him, he'll
Yeah, I'll jump on his back, and I'll just kind of sort of tap his side and I'll sort of ride him back into town.
Go on.
Meredith,
can I get
is
a
gonna
handle
love
animal?
you and your noble seed.
Don't test me, sir.
Can I get a handle animal, please?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
This thing can go
it's-
wrong. Where is it? 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 Animal handling.
Up the top.
Oh no, I rolled with advantage, so it's 16.
16. He goes towards the water, and then you steer him away from the water from doing a swim back through the rules. Because that's exactly where
Okay,
he was
that-
going.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. And you head back to town, and if all the kids are happy, Rolo's...
Okay.
I do sort of tag Rolo behind me, keeping his head turned away.
I'm gonna give
His head like that.
I'm gonna give Sue a victory piggyback ride.
She holds onto your horns and with glee.
I'll sort of ride past Sip and say, "Come, Squire."
We're real hot shit for beating up a bunch of kids.
I was playing the game.
Oh boy, scary. Everything's changed on this overlay as well. We're going to take a break because we've been doing this for 2 hours straight, and I really wanted to have some de-stress after knowing that we're going to start the game with possibly a character death. So, for those GMs out there, it's always good to bring back the stress every now and then before putting more in. Especially if you've had something like the barge right in, which was quite annoying and stressful, which is why we then did the...
I mean, you say that, but then I'm stressing about if Robo's gonna kill a kid or not.
Yeah, Rubble is not enjoying these children. They are lowering in his estimation each and every time. They should be chained and taught somewhere.
Oh, Robo children should be seen, not heard.
Barely seen, just fed and taught until they're fit for social gatherings,
Is that what
and
your
then can
parents
be
did?
killed without repatriation. Ha!
Is that what his parents did?
I hope not.
He has a very lovely childhood. His parents weren't crazy about him.
Oh, that's where he got the ego.
No, that grew with the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bit that all dwarves have.
Even the women.
So
Not
yours
this
is
beard.
just special for some reason.
Nobody has this beard.
Yet.
Oh boy.
So we're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back and we'll maybe turn it up to more serious tone. I don't know. I think you're going to. There was always the Lance Rock.
Oh,
The thing is,
yeah.
I don't think I want to do anything serious without a cleric.
Yeah. On the other hand, I don't want to do anything spooky with
with
Morgan
with
near
three
us.
with 3 people, I'm just kind of like.
Maybe just like keep it in a town. We do a town-friendly character growth type thing for the rest of the episode.
No. You've already had downtime. You've had a week's pastime. Had some fun with the kids. You've
I
taught
would
them.
not call that fun.
I got bullied.
Hey, the bullying
Had
would
the
have
love of your
happened.
life.
The bullying
Keep it this.
would have happened everywhere because he was bullied by party members. So that would have happened anywhere.
That's how we express our love.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But you found the love of your life, so it all equals out.
I love how you're even doing it out of character. It's just.
Listen, I'm gonna let Kipidith, Marikip sail. The ship is gonna sail on my watch. We need some romance.
You've got Robold and his beard. What better romance is there?
You're right.
They are steadfast. They are loving.
And they even sleep together in the same bed.
Exactly.
They're constant with each other. They don't argue.
Never.
No. Unless one has a
Just
perm
go-
and the other one doesn't.
Oh no. Are we on break?
I'm gonna
Yep.
say you are teasing out the backstory. I'll tell you that.
So we're on break. We'll be back soon. And welcome back to the show. Sorry, we just got a little bit distracted chatting about bits and pieces, as we kind of always do. So we're back in town. All the kids are happy. Some are a little bit drunker than they should be. They're going to have a few questions to explain. And injuries to explain as well. But we just discussed that...
It was nothing that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. We just discussed that at the very first episode... the dichotomy of Robold being very pro-children and now being very anti, and Kip almost killing the children and now teaching the children defense. So there's growth in different directions, different vectors, I should say. But we find ourselves back in town. You have one lead of the Lance Rock, which you can follow, and you've been given 20 gold if you want to take it up and investigate it.
What do you say?
I did tell you guys about all the gossip I heard in the barber shop. Before I forget.
I
We
want to
can
go.
also... Sorry?
So no, continue.
Okay. So we could go check out the flamboyant Feathergale what's-his-faces, or the Scarlet Moon Hall druids.
Sounds far, and I'm tired of traveling.
The
We're
flamboyant.
gonna travel, so...
I know.
But if we travel to the flamboyant people and they can teach us how to fly. We could travel so much quicker.
You and I are on
heard-
the same wavelength.
Oh,
Yeah, we could get griffin mounts. We could get griffins. Forget this mangy
Exactly.
dog.
Oh, griffins are overrated. I've already flown across like half the world.
What?
Yeah. It was this whole thing. It was this I was on this island for like a while, and then there was like this Pegasus, and it was like a thing, but it didn't last that long.
Ditto.
I'm not calling for deception or an insight for that, because
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Because that could be real or it could be imaginary.
Yeah.
So I'm not going
'cause
to-
if you roll persuasion or deception, we'll know. So
Yes.
I can make it a GM roll.
No, I'm not going to ask for either. I'm just going to say it was said, because stuff gets said, and I can't remember everything of everyone's backstories, but they're always entertaining. So yeah.
The thing with I never know whether or not to believe you. Like my mind tells me I should never believe a word you say, but with you, there's just no telling.
Are you
Like-
saying I'm untrustworthy?
Are you saying you're not?
I'm saying I'm very trustworthy. You don't know me that well, Kip. You don't ask about my life. You don't ask me questions. What happened?
What happened? What happened? What do you mean?
What
What
happened?
happened?
I don't know. It's just a thing I heard people say. I heard a rumor that there was something going on in the quarry, which is in town.
Really?
Yeah, it's something about this. The workers, they've been working nights, and something or someone is scaring them,
Well, we can't have that, can we?
and it's in town, and there's
We'll
probably
get
a
paid
pay
for that.
guarantee.
Yeah, let's check it out.
That's better than trying to score some griffins for now.
Money
So
is
now-
better than
but-
Griffin.
We'll put a pin in that, but we should come back to it.
Definitely.
Flying, like I said, flying's overrated.
Because we could then globalize our brand.
Exactly.
We could diversify. We could be.
Have you seen those pretty feathers? They would complement my beard perfectly.
Globalize. I'm not allowed in some places.
That's okay. Just make one.
I'm
other
not
of your
allowed in a
person-
lot of places.
Nah.
Let's just say me and my Pegasus got into some stuff, and it got a little wild, and it's just I'm not allowed in a lot of places right now.
Well, then you can just wait outside. It's fine.
I
I'm
want to
wanted.
believe. I want to believe you because that just sounds hilarious. You and a Pegasus just fucking shit up. That sounds just amazing.
It was great. Yeah, it's just now I'm like me and that Pegasus have agreed not to go back to those places because we're both wanted and like we're really close. She can
Question.
talk, by the way. Yes.
Was Waterdeep one of these places?
I never heard of Waterdeep in my life, and I'm gonna walk away.
Now okay.
Methinks you've struck a nerve.
I'm not going to even. That's an automatic success on a insight where you all got trained in Waterdeep. So there's quite obvious that was a lie.
I have never heard of Waterdeep. Is that a city? Is that a town? Is it a country? I'd love to visit sometime.
Is
Are
that
you
a boat?
for real?
I'm real, Kip. I'm right here. I'm standing in front of you. I'm real.
Okay.
A real life, honest to God, human.
Does this have something to do with well-dressed gentlemen?
You know what? I met a well-dressed guy in
Can I
met him in
can I get a composure test, please? So essentially,
a composure.
a charisma saving throw to keep
Okay,
composed.
I can give you a charisma roll because
Yeah, essentially, yeah, charisma roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do I have a charisma saving roll?
Yes.
I'm dumb. Yes, I do.
Yep. Keep on your story.
Yeah, no, well dressed. The thing with being a well dressed gentleman is that we kind of had like this one night stand, and it was like really awkward, and we kind of both left on odd terms. It was like all the way in this place called Pearl Cove. It was really awkward, and we both left kind of on terms of we're like he wanted to call me, and I was like,
Huh.
that's exactly what happened.
I believe you.
Yeah, you should.
That's more believable than a talking Pegasus, but
Have you met a Pegasus? Do you know
Well-
yes or no if they can talk?
you got me there.
Always trying to catch me in a lie that I'm
No.
not in.
The Fays are weird, I'll just say that.
Wait till you meet the demon.
You've met a demon?
Wait, what?
Wait,
I just heard this.
you met a demon.
We
Like
should
a
go to
li-
that other place, you know? Corey, get this over with. I need money for beard oil because something or someone spoiled my beard oil.
Ward's getting
can be
really out of
graphic.
hand. Ward's
He
getting out of
is.
hand.
We
Ward-
need to talk
Ward
before.
hasn't returned.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Or better, maybe let him go sort some stuff out and not make it our problem. Yeah.
Let's go make some money.
Oh yeah, full 20 gold. Woo.
Well,
What? I thought no, that's for Lance Rock. We were going to Corey,
Oh, that's
right?
Lance Rock.
wish you haven't.
Yeah, but Corey we
got
don't
any-
have an account yet.
Yeah. So that's the
Let's
option.
check it out anyway. It's
Okay.
here. It's convenient.
Okay. So there's two Corys in town. Which one are you going to?
Ooh, we should ask
So?
if he's having a issue. They weren't. My sources weren't specific. Let's go to the butchers. I'm gonna go to the butchers
Which is
to
in the
find
middle.
the sheriff.
Yeah, I'll go along.
I'll say I go on as well.
Sorry, location 10. Where are we? So Nidero, the person that runs the butchers, sees you was like, are you shopping or is it a town matter?
A town manor.
Okay.
Matter.
So yep, go out back. Sheriff should be at the back. You know which one. Know where to find him.
Salute to you, sir. And I go to the back.
Jalissa is the butcher's name. And she sends you out the back, and once again, it's usually the third building at the back of the shops. and Harbrook greets you warmly. So you're back. What can I do for you? We've been fairly settled in town. Have you heard anything? What's going on?
Yeah, there's a little trouble at the quarry. We were thinking we could help with that. Well, we don't know which quarry. For one, we've heard they had some trouble at night, and two, who's in charge of the quarries?
Okay,
Who's paying the workers?
Well, that'd be Milico Stoneworks to the north. Yeah, I've heard some of the stuff about it. The working nights and the working days, because they're backed up on orders. We did some investigation. What can I say? The workers were saying, "Oh, we're being stared at by spirits," or "Oh, we're being this and that," and we did some investigation. And look, what we believe is that they just don't want to work overtime, and they've been working non-stop. Well, not non-stop, but they've been working a lot harder than normal. The quarry owner Albera and I have come to the decision that they're probably just doing that and just trying to get some time off.
Yeah. Well, we can go check it out because you didn't know this about me, but I can actually communicate with spirits.
You just get more interesting by the day, don't you?
Yeah, I'm so interesting. I'm like full of interesting stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should get to know me. We should talk more.
You certainly are full of something.
I bet you wish Meredith was full of something.
Oh, ew,
Let's stop
ew.
there.
No.
Yeah. I'm X-carding.
Anyway,
So,
sorry.
if you're unfamiliar, we use X-card here, which is if people get uncomfortable, you can always just say X-card and we move on. So I'm X-carding.
That was Kip saying that.
I'm X-carding as the GM for the whole Meredith situation, at least for the moment. At least for that far. He explains that he investigated and that nothing was found, nothing... there weren't any footprints there, but they were saying there were three people in big cloaks with masks on, and no trace of anything, and they tried to stake out the area and there was nothing, and it just seems to be that tavern talk with the workers when they're getting drunk about maybe trying to get some time off, the quarry owner doesn't like people snooping around.
Well, it's not snooping if we're hired, technically. And like I said, I can talk with spirits, so I can actually see if the workers are lying or not. I can contact them, and if there are spirits bothering them, I can tell them to go away. And if there's not, we can sell out the workers for what the liars they are.
Just investigating, girl.
But who's hiring you? Because
We can ask the...
We are hired by the Silver Daggers.
no, but you said it's not snooping if you're hired. I'm saying that the quarry owner's probably not going to hire you.
I can be very persuasive.
We've already investigated.
I tell you what, so let that be your assignment, because you're so, persuasive, as you said. You've talked to spirits. I'm sure you'll do a fantastic job.
I will.
I agree.
Where is he? And I can talk to him.
Well, the quarry owner, Albera should be at the office. So if you go north up the road, pretty much some of the last houses on the road, it's the small little hut that's right at the entrance of the quarry itself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the actual hut that says 18 on your map.
I'm gonna head over to that. I don't know what the other guys are gonna do.
Just gonna watch for now.
Yeah.
Observe.
So stand back and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk up the road. The office is. Do I have a description? Sometimes I do. So a sign set on two posts. So in a scrap of reedy lawn out in front of a small house reads Millico's Stoneworks. You can see the quarry just behind. It pretty much starts right on the other side of the house. As you enter the house, it's definitely the front area is certainly converted into an office. There's examples of quarry stone, pretty much all the same type of stone, which is local to the area. It's just examples of there's nothing really worked, there's no craftsmanship or anything like that. And there's a large ledger of of bits and pieces, but there's nothing of interest in the ledger. And it's empty at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna look around. I'd like to buy some rocks.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy some rocks.
Hold on. You hear from the back of the house, from a woman's voice, and after a little bit, an elderly woman comes out. She seems to be a robust, rotund, pot-bellied lady, you could say. Seems to be quite jovial in her positioning and how she moves and walks. She says, "Oh, so I didn't hear you come in. Rocks, you say? What would you like to buy? My name is Albera."
Hi, Albera. I am, give me 1 second. I say, I'm not in character. I don't say that in character. Let me just find out my personas because I don't have my notebook with me.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
So-
Leia Silverseed. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Leo. So are you from Waterdeep or are you from elsewhere?
I'm from Waterdeep. I'm actually a messenger of the
Just
the
kind
the Fairwind family. Nice to meet you.
Oh, the Fairwinds. I haven't heard them. We do a lot of work for nobles, yes. We
As soon as, as soon as we heard it says that, I'm from Waterdeep, I just turned to Roll and just like, with this.
I have no words.
No,
I
no,
have
no.
several.
Dizzying intellect.
I have several.
So, yeah, I actually work for the Fairwind family. They're fairly rich. They like to do quiet business. But I've heard a little something about your quarry being haunted. Is that true?
Oh no. It's just our workers. We've been doing a lot of work recently for the Waterdeep families, and well, we're a bit backed up on orders, so we're working night time as well as daytime, and the labourers aren't they're liking the money that we're paying them, but they're not liking the extra work.
I get that. Workers never want to work, do they?
No. So I can't fire them at the moment, but they're trying to get out of the extra work.
Well, I can actually help you out with that if you'd like. I'm a bit of a professional medium, just to ease their worries a little bit, to let them know that there isn't anything there. I can actually detect if there is something there, which they're most likely not. I didn't get any kind of read, but it soothed their soul and maybe stop the complaining a little bit, get them to actually work for the coin they're earning.
There's nothing there. The sheriff's investigated. If you can persuade them to put this matter down, then great. But if you're after coin, go to Ticker Rock Creek.
Well, no, I'm not after coin. No, you don't. I am here for the rocks. I'm here for the Fairwind family on behalf of them, but I'm also on behalf of the they're a bit of a suspicious bunch. If they hear there's ghosts prowling around, they'll tell their neighbors, they'll tell everybody, and soon, how rich people get. They're so suspicious, especially with their money, and it's just, that'd be bad for business, wouldn't you think?
Yes, but I can always get new workers.
You can get new workers, but they can always workers talk. Let's just be real here.
I-
Middle class always talk.
At this point, I come in and just say, okay. With all due respect, it is absolutely most likely that they are making something up. But if they're not, and you refused to let it be discovered, that would look really bad on you if someone gets hurt by something undead.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
That's why we have the sheriff, and that's why he's also looked into this. Her jovial manners certainly dropped into a bit more of
We have a okay.
social
How does this sound?
jovial.
We have a cleric. He's away for now. When he comes back, we can get him to come here. He'll just do a quick spell, and then we'll go. How's that sound? We'll be in and out before you know it.
The clerics of the All Faith Shrine have also been here. They've investigated with the sheriff. I don't want more
Well,
people
then-
hanging around here, potentially falling off the cliff face. And the core is actually, it's not hugely deep, but if you fall, it's going to be hurtful, like very painful.
Okay.
Like you did see how deep it was as you were coming into the house. And look, I just don't want people sniffing around. The sheriff's investigated. I'm not going to pay you. I don't want people hanging around.
Can I see if she's acting suspicious? If she's trying to hide something?
You can do it.
Can I insight her?
You can inside.
Because I think there's something. She seems on the defensive very much. Nope. Oh. Well, that's all then. Have a good day, and don't overwork your workers too much. You'll find that they work much better if they get their rest more efficiently. I might say.
Do you ask for your payment up front, or is it upon delivery?
Trust me, as someone who knows digging.
Well, if only we could get an army of kobolds or a clan to help with the digging.
Yeah, if only.
If only we could get them out of the sewers of Waterdeep.
If only. Yeah.
You lived in the
Anyway.
sewers?
I didn't have much choice. I would have been. Yeah. None of us did. We had to do what we had to do to survive. Yeah, no, it was. Yes, obviously.
I grew up in a cave.
So did I. Another thing we have in common.
It's just popping. Anyway, bye. You were lovely, and I hope your quarry isn't haunted like it obviously is. Walk away.
As you walk away and everyone's left, does anyone turn back or anything?
I do.
Yeah, you see her pointing out the door, and then close the door as you walk down the street.
Guys, I
But
think we
that's-
should just go and investigate.
She hella sus. Actually, I don't know that. I rolled 4
No,
insight.
you
She seems
did.
fine.
You thought it totally legitimate, and she has had people investigate. The sheriff has also said he investigated. The reasoning she's given is also perfectly normal, that the workers are overworked and trying to get some time off.
Well, if it comes back to bite her or anyone else in the ass, then we can say we tried. But I think it's a non-issue.
Let's just go tonight and see. I'm curious.
We can do a stakeout. I just don't
And-
want to leave
And
again.
you do know if the workers run away from something, we go in and there's nothing there. There's a lot of precious stones that I can get for us.
No,
Shush.
Uh,
I'm trying to convince them.
we're talking marble.
yeah,
It's
I've
a
been
marble
here long enough.
quarry.
There's no stones here. You don't get stones in an area of rock like this. Those are found.
You're
Don't
arguing with
know-
a dwarf about stone.
Kobolds know a lot more about underground than you might think.
Oh, you're sweet, but I beg to differ.
I used to eat rocks for survival.
Now you're taking the piss. Come on.
Yeah.
No, it was true. In the cave, I got abandoned as a human
Mom-
baby.
Mom's servant made the best dwarf bread. Gravel, marble. Oh, perfect.
You,
How are
you
your
actually-
teeth? Still your teeth.
I don't know. DM, I don't know if these dwarves do eat dwarf bread. I got that from something else. Okay.
No.
Oops. Well, now they do.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So are you going to try to do a stakeout?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a stakeout. Come on, guys. It'll be fun.
Fine, okay.
So what are you going to do during the day? Because it is
Rest.
morning-ish.
I'll just rest.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get some pastries. I'm gonna get cheesy bread.
Okay.
I'll go and find the bandits. And I'll see what they're up to, and like if they're all still limping a bit, I'll say, well, what did we all learn last night, and etc.
Is Rolo there?
The kids
Yes,
are
he's
the kids are often all over the place. They're not always able to get together because they have parents, and if they're going to come back with even scratches and scrapes, injuries, they're probably not going to be out and about for that day or for the next week. As a heads up, especially if they're hungover.
Then that's a success in my book,
Yeah,
because that means they're safe.
yeah, especially if
Yeah.
they're hungover.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you don't really see them the next day. They're not out and about. You would assume that most of them are grounded for a little bit. Or at least being hard work and to punish them. So all I was asking, are you being active during the day or are you not being active? That's all.
I'm not being particularly active. I'm just going to do light reading,
Yep. No problem.
light loot practice, some other
I'm up and
sort of
about.
songwriting.
Okay. So you have dinner, darkness falls. What time are we looking at the quarry work?
What time do you guys think we should leave?
After twilight, when it's dark, because we can all see in
Yeah.
the dark, so
Yes, you can.
humans can't. So
You're right, I can't see in the dark.
you can't.
No, I can. I'm a weird human.
Oh,
Of course,
Ah.
yes.
I
I
take
am.
this week of 100% prep because no.
I am human.
bye. So I'm just going to get your
Yes,
tokens from the other map. And there we go. I'm going to have to shrink it quite a bit. Just so I can know where you're going to be. There you go. So there you are at the quarry.
I say up on this hill.
I was going to shrink you out to there.
Okay.
Mine hasn't changed yet. Hang on a bit.
I am a giant. No, I'm small again.
And
I
so,
say we stake out on the hill.
okay.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Probably got that 2 health back.
Yes, you do have your 2 health back. Oh my god, 2 health.
Woohoo!
But
Level
I
3
like
can't
it.
get here sooner.
when you're rolling for hit dice, it does happen. And 2 health or 3 health is big difference.
Ah.
Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in the map a little bit. There we go. So is that the stakeout positions on the hill?
Almost. There. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be sort of prone, lying down in the grass, just keeping an eye out, thinking it'll be fine. There's nothing here. This is boring. Why are we doing this?
Okay. So you do all have night vision, which is going to be helpful. Or dark vision. But are you going to be doing watches or all up at once?
Well, the workers aren't going to be here all night, so I think we'll stay up with the workers, and when they go, we'll go.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So we'll all stay up.
Okay. So as the as darkness falls, or when you actually get there, there is lanterns in the quarry. Quite a few lanterns. No big fire shedding off a huge amount of light, but there's lanterns around the place, which you can see. And you can see the workers. They're just working slowly, cutting up the stone and getting the wedges into the cracks. And it's a slow process to actually. I mean, you can tunnel stone. Your experience, Kip, with tunneling is more just getting it out of the way. The dwarven experience is more about the tunneling for like chasing seams. In this case, this is the human experience where they're trying to use it as decoration. So they're trying to do little splits of the crack of the stone, and then moving that split out bigger and bigger to get large slabs of stone, which is how the quarry works. And it's a very slow process, and it's a lot of hammer blows. And it's very boring to watch. Are you watching the stone quarry, or are you watching the surrounding area? Which one?
Surrounding, I'd say.
I'm watching directly in the quarry, bored out of my mind.
I'll do
Good
surrounding.
idea.
Okay, so two
They're
surrounding.
so,
Yep.
but they're so inefficient.
It's
Well,
pathetic, isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
different ways of thinking of how you work with stone. So can I get a Constitution save, please?
Oh.
It's boring. You're
Oh,
just
yeah.
standing there, or hiding essentially.
Chip
That'd be
away
co-
the stone.
Uh,
Sorry.
Where's it gone?
Mally, you still
Well,
have
actually,
bless.
Constitution save?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I got worried.
Oh. That's not so good.
Chip away the stone, make it a square. Put the
So-
square away.
Do I just fall asleep?
No. But you and Robold are a bit drowsy, and you're the only two actually looking out in the other areas, and it's drowsy and it's boring and there's not much. So it's just watching and doing her own songs, making up songs to the tune of the hammer hits and like work songs, but she's singing to herself. So as the night goes on, can I get another Constitution save?
Yeah, I'm gonna change my
At
look from the workers to around.
At disadvantage, so I was going to say.
Oh.
Yeah,
At disadvantage?
at disadvantage. Thank you, Sky.
Still. It's okay.
Yep,
Wait.
there you go.
Oh.
Poof.
Oh no.
I'm taking off my tabard and I'm rolling it up and laying down on it.
Sleepy
I'm just
time.
I'm just resting my head.
Sleepy
Just
time.
resting my head.
Wow.
Well, that's pretty much how the night goes. So goes to sleep. Can I get another one at disadvantage? Constitution save.
Well, have the workers gone home?
No, they're still working.
Jesus.
I did say
Alright.
they work through the night.
We should have done this in shifts.
So, all of us disadvantage
Didn't
on
really-
con save.
Disadvantage, so don't worry about it, you're already asleep.
I'm
Yep.
comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
good night.
Oh. And still, yeah. So, Kip, Robold, you spend the night, like, early on it was hard, and then you figure a way of, okay, you keep just quietly talking to each other to try to keep you focused. That way you know if one person goes quiet to wake them up. You forget to do the same thing with So, because she just remembers she's singing to herself, and that's why she fell asleep. And nothing happens. Just absolutely nothing happens. The workers work pretty much all night long. In the morning, you are really, really painfully tired and have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh gee, this was a fucking waste of time.
Yep.
So they were like, I thought they might have been telling the truth because of all that spooky stuff that's been happening.
Something isn't adding up.
Hmm?
Something isn't
Well,
adding up.
Well,
How's
you
that?
guys, you guys sort it out on your own time. I'm gonna go and get some sleep. Hopefully, this doesn't fuck up my sleep schedule. But I sort of just kind of just sort of trudge back to the inn and just go upstairs and faceplant on a bed.
So for today, until you do get a proper sleep, you have disadvantage on all ability checks, and your speed is halved.
Yeah, I'll also just go get a good sleep.
I'm just crashing like early in the morning. I'm just like, whoop, whoop.
And so you're okay. You're tired, but you're okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up there with them, and I'm not gonna. I'm gonna curl up, but I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna rest my head for a while.
Yeah. And so the day passes uneventful. And nothing else happens. What would you like to do? It's late afternoon by the time you wake.
Have we still got exhaustion points?
No, your exhaustion will go away.
Okay.
Should we talk to those workers?
I think that might be the next best idea.
Yeah.
Because they work throughout the night. That's not normal. That's really weird.
Did I notice anything weird while I was watching them?
Yeah, did we notice anything weird about them?
You didn't notice anything at all. There was just... They were working. They looked like they were tired as well and exhausted. But they also looked like they'd done this before.
Is it every night they do this?
You didn't
Are
really
we-
ask. You just watched them.
Episode 10, we unionize the workers.
Always wanted to take over a blacksmith union or a big city. 20 years of role playing, that was the only thing I wanted to do.
Let's go find those workers and see if they're still awake.
They can't possibly be. They gotta. The
So
Pegasus could hardly keep awake after like a whole day of flying.
What?
Where are you going to try to find the workers?
We'll just kind of peek into the quarry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask my sources if their dad is still at work.
Your what?
Yeah.
That's a
They're
good idea.
dead.
Contacts.
Oh, your yes, gotcha.
Contacts.
My children.
You find out that before shift, before night shift, that they eat at the High Sun Inn. High Sun Tavern.
Helm Sun.
Helm Sun. Yeah.
We're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Go on. It's time to eat anyway.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm still really tired. A whole night's sleep will just absolutely wreck you.
Yeah. And this is from the person coming from UK at the moment, which is all the way up.
It's getting meta, fellas.
Yeah. When
What is
role-playing
real?
turns to real
What is
life.
game?
But yes, so the Helm Sung Inn. Well, scroll to the wrong one. Not Singing Swords. Helmet
How
High
dark is
Sun.
it?
That's right.
How dark is it?
Inside the inn,
Yeah.
it's pretty dark.
Is it just a dark room? Is it just
Imagine having curtains over all your windows in your house without lights on.
okay? All right. So's gonna walk in and then walk right back out.
Yeah. So
Well, what'd you see? What was that?
Oh, I don't like the dark. I don't like forced darkness. Nighttime's no problem. I don't like forced darkness.
there is candle lights, but that's pretty much it. There's not much light after that.
There's
That'd be a
candlelight.
worse than that. I'll go in. Have a look around.
I go in.
If there's candlelight, I'm going in, but I'm holding somebody's hand.
Okay.
You can hold my hand.
I'll hold Robold's hand.
I will point out that I believe in low dim light you see as if it's normal daylight.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
the fact that it's dark is that it's why it's scary. So that's some backstory stuff
It's
right
the fact
there.
that someone wants it dark.
Okay. Well, we learn, we live, and so is totally human. So head in, and you know who to ask for or who to look for through your contacts.
A little network of little birds.
Yes.
Hey, children hear everything.
Yep, they do. They really do. And so there's a one of the tables has about 12 or so men looking quite grumbly and quite tired, even at this late in the afternoon, and they're having very big hearty dinners, an early dinner at that. And that's the table you're essentially that's who you're looking for.
Hi, fellas.
What? It's like, oh, hi. You're one of those new people, aren't you? The silver thingies. Yeah.
Well, we've been here for about a month, so I don't see we that new.
I'm sorry, but we work
Anyway.
for a living. We don't go out adventuring and stabbing things.
Yeah, you guys work
protects.
really, really hard. I've heard. Shut up, Kip. I've heard you've had some trouble. I heard you had some trouble lately with some spooky monsters. That sounds terrible. For how hard you guys work, that's so bad. You don't deserve that.
Oh, you mean the figures? Oh, god damn. No one wants to listen to us. No one hears. They're just concerned about having the Croy open and making
I'm
money.
gonna pull up a chair and prop my head up on my hands with the and leaning on the table. It's like, I want to listen.
Well, the Croy's been working overtime, us overtime for about a couple months now. We're just busy. And recently we've been seeing, like, not all the time, but every now and then, 3 robed figures, like in the darkness. We just feel that the presence, like, on us, even if we don't see anything. Like last night, we felt like something or someone was watching us, but we didn't see anything at all.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
How long have you been sort of experiencing these visions, these figures?
About a month or so. How long have you guys been here?
And
Oh,
how much sleep do you get per day?
Now we're on light shift. About 6, 7 hours maybe.
It's all right. It's not too bad.
Yeah. So
Do the figures appear every night?
no, it's just every now and then, and sometimes we don't even see anything, but we just feel something's off.
Is it those figures? Is there specific things that happen during your work that lets you know that hey, they're coming?
No, it just seems to be random. That's why when the sheriff investigated, he found nothing, and they had the priests come out. I mean, we thought the Sunite would be useless, which she was. Priestess of Beauty, yay! Let's investigate spookiness. At least the Tempest priest, when he had a look around, he was looking at approach angles or attack angles. He was talking about, I don't know. He's a bit full on that one.
Well, we know a cleric who deals with death and the grave and things like that. So if it's undead, we've got a specialist. So we might, when he comes back, he's away from town now, but we might be able to figure something out.
Well, we can't pay you much, but if you want to look into it, just be very quiet. Don't let the owner spot you, because that's her land. She'll treat you as a trespasser. She doesn't want any
She's
accents.
a bitch.
Oh. And a few of them just start grumbling, but they won't actually say anything. But there's definitely, not pleasantness
Murmurs
under
of
the
agreement.
surface. Under the surface, just under the surface.
Is she currently hiring?
She's looking for people, but a lot of the townsfolk know how hard we're working, and they not like everyone works. This isn't a city where people just do nothing. We live in the country. There's a country town. Everyone has a job. Who's there to hire? So,
Wow.
Well, Robold's a dwarf. He can probably figure out an efficient way to get all that stone out to make it go faster.
That's probably true.
And Kip can help with digging, because he's a dog.
I don't know you don't. I don't know if it's ignorance, but it's a kobold. Yeah. Okay.
Dog?
Just like you are a tiefling. But that's a discussion. That's a discussion for another day.
I'm not a tiefling. I caught the tiefling. There is a difference.
And I am not a dog.
You're a
Let's get
dog.
that
You're
clear.
just a really ugly one.
as a side note, and as a historian of role-playing, in D&D 2nd edition, kobolds were dog-like creatures, not dragon-like creatures.
Ooh.
In 2nd edition, the heritage came from dog-like instead of dragon-like. I think they came in 4th, but anyway. They said they can't really pay you much, and really don't let anyone see you, because you'll probably be run off or even arrested for
Fine,
trespassing.
as long as you get what you need out of it.
We just need less hours, really.
Well,
More
why don't
sleep.
you go on strike? Unionize.
Strike? What are you talking about?
You know,
Refuse to work.
refuse to work. Refuse.
Until she gives you like a better deal.
And like refuse to let anybody into the quarry, anybody out to the quarry. What is she gonna do? You're tough, strong workers. You guys got families. I know your kids. They miss you.
If we refuse to work, we don't get paid. We don't get paid, we don't get to feed our families.
Save up before you strike. But she doesn't get work either. And if she doesn't get work, she doesn't get money either.
She'll just hire someone else from elsewhere and bring them in.
Refuse. Make a picket line. Refuse to let them. It's up to you. It's whatever you guys want to do. But we'll check out your ghoul and ghost problem.
Okay. Thank you. If you can find something. Yeah. Thank you so much. But right now we need to go back. Our shift starts soon.
Fun.
I pull So and Kip out of there. I can go to get a job. See what's going on inside.
You sure?
Easily.
Okay.
Are you sure? Your beard might be in a bit of danger.
Yeah, might get it all messed up and dirty.
Okay, next plan. Kip, you go get a job.
Yeah, fuck that.
I can get a job. It's not that job, but I can get a job.
I will go get a job if you promise to buy me a beard oil.
I will promise to keep your cute little beard clip safe.
That deal I'll take. I want it back.
You'll get it back.
Right after my job.
Yeah, and I hold my hands out like this and jump down, up and down for that beard clip.
You give this back in this condition. It's mine right after the job. Promise?
Yeah.
And no taking backsies. No any tricks.
I promise. And I'm going to cross my fingers behind my back as I take it.
She's crossing her fingers.
I'm going to take it.
This is how we not trust each other.
Okay, okay,
I'll-
okay, look, no,
Robold,
don't
I'll
touch,
take
no, no,
it.
no, 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 I want it, it's so pretty, please, I'll be good, I promise.
Where's the nearest fence? I want
There.
it.
I want
Meanwhile,
it,
what she doesn't know is my second best.
I want it just for a second, I just want it for a second.
There you go.
I'm putting it on my tail.
Would it catch you?
Look at that. Look how cute that is.
That is cute. I
look
will admit it.
adorable.
Looks very good on your
Yeah,
human.
you do look
tail.
adorable.
I am a human. I just caught the tiefling. There's a difference.
Yes, totally,
Okay.
totally.
Meanwhile,
human.
I go to that woman's office
Yes.
and I tell her, well, you might know I was part of the Silver Daggers. They're not paying at all. You've seen my associates, for lack of a better word. Please tell me you have a job. I need something better to do.
Can you work at nights?
Yes. I'm a dwarf, of course. And I work twice as better than a human.
Are you investigating the workers' bullshit?
Ugh, I'm not interested in that. I just want work to do. All these investigating nonsense, oh please. They're just trying to get money for the least work possible.
If I find you snooping around, I will get the sheriff onto you.
Sure.
If you're here to work, you work. If you snoop
I
around,
work.
you're out of here and you're thrown out of town.
Sure.
Or you hung up and we'll show you what the justice is around here.
Mm-hmm. Where's the pickaxe?
You can start tonight, go into the workers will show you, the foreman will show you what to do. It's not,
Okay.
this isn't a dwarven quarry, it's not a mine. We're here to get the stone out in the largest possible slabs possible, in the best preservation possible. It's not a mine.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sent to
Well,
work.
I have someone I hate.
Isn't she? Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
He is a
Okay.
little bit of a stickler.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't like people snooping around.
Because she got something to hide.
Or she's got a business. And Kip thinks it's all legitimate. Well,
It's on the up and
maybe.
up.
Maybe. So the workers, like that you just went and met at the dinner, they meet you shortly afterwards and they start a night shift. And they show you what to do and how to do it. It is different from dwarven mining and from your normal experience of stone, but it's about getting the largest slabs possible, cleanly, straight. Essentially, you learn how to split marble overnight. And you're not as good as
Do
them.
I keep my eyes open for any eerie presence?
And I'm sure you're going to keep your eyes open, but you're going to get constitution checks because you've been up or you haven't been up all day. You've had some rest, and your sleeping's moving towards that. But you'll get 3 constitution checks. Only the last one at disadvantage.
Okay.
But what is everyone else going to be doing that night?
Sleeping.
Thanks for having my back.
I think it's well. Apparently, I think it's a legitimate business. I think you're being idiots. So I'm just gonna.
And Mars, what's So doing that night?
Sorry, I was on mute. So's gonna be up on this hill, not near the property, technically. And I'm going to be, what does So do for fun?
Juggle?
Just humming to myself. We will rock you.
Oh boy. And the night is uneventful. You will need some constitution checks between for those that are going to be up. 2 normal, 1 at disadvantage, just to see if you fall asleep.
No. 2 normal and then 1 disadvantage. That one
Yes.
that was a disadvantage.
Yep.
And, wait, am I still at disadvantage? Yeah, it's a 9. And then 1 at disadvantage.
Yes. Just to see if you even stand up.
No.
That's,
Oh.
I was out by the morning.
Yep. So in the morning, pretty much right near the end of this shift, Kamali, can I get a perception check, please?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you see before the other workers that So has rolled down the cliff in her sleep, and she's on the edge of the cliff face in her sleep. And that's what you see in the morning as the light's starting to dawn. You can just see her silhouette, and it's obviously slow. As soon as the light starts hitting her, it's quite obviously that pink human skin
Oh no.
that you know.
Are the workers noticing anything?
You notice it first, because you're a bit because the work's been hard. They're more dedicated to the work. You're still doing your observing as well.
Okay. I just sort of make my way to there, take a pebble and throw it at her. A pebble, mind you, not a rock.
You're in a granite quarry, though. No, you can throw a pebble.
There's granite bits.
Yeah, you can throw a pebble. And you can hit. I'm not going to make you roll for the hit or anything like that. So, can I get a perception?
Am I good at perception? I don't think I'm good at perception.
You do have, yeah. This is just see if you're going to wake up or not, just from a pebble hitting. No, you're still asleep. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Damn it.
What's this?
Okay. I take my pickaxe,
Yep.
make my way to
she's-
over there,
Yeah.
bang it into the rock, and then scream, "Gas! I smell gas! Run!"
Can I get another perception for? Can I get a deception from you,
Wow.
Kamali? And can I get a perception from you, So?
Oh god, I hope I get a good perception.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
Nice.
you spook the workers. They will run.
Well, I also run. I mean, I smell
Um,
gas.
So you wake up from that shouting. This is one you didn't want to wake up from. You wake up from the shouting. You're on the edge of the cliff. Can I get either a dexterity or a sleight of hand or something along them lines of a style of you're about to fall because you wake up in a start. You're about to fall.
It's dexterity. Save or just regular?
Try save, I think.
Oh, so I don't have to save my butt.
So you start as you wake up, and you start rolling in, and you grab, you actually grab onto the edge of the quarry, and you're holding yourself halfway over the quarry. Say from like chest up is out, and and chest down is dangling.
Can I pick myself up?
Yeah, just a strength check.
Okay.
Oh, and athletics.
strength. Athletics. She's.
And Sky, you're
Not a
very
fit.
tired.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We'll
catching
fin-
up to me. It's
Yeah,
a super long day.
we can finish soon if you want.
Okay. And it's a bit of a low energy episode as well.
It
so
is,
There's not
it
a lot
is.
of
Yeah.
adrenaline to.
Wait, I could put you all in danger again.
No. Have another giant bug.
So you get yourself out. The door is a bit hard to scramble. As you scramble up, rocks fall and fall and fall. But you get a little bit of a footing to get yourself out, and want to wake up for the morning. But the quarry's empty. And
My dress is stained.
shortly after, the owner comes out yelling at her new worker. Scaring off all her workers. Yeah, what gas? What are you talking about? Get out of here! You're fired. I don't want you back here again. I do not
I
want to
smell
see
gas.
you. There's no gas here. This is not. The stone is marble. There's no gas that runs through the stone. You won't
How do
find
you
gas.
I have
I've-
years of experience. That was a gas pocket. It's
There's-
safe now. I mean, it's vented.
This is my family business. There is no gas pockets here. This has been Croy for years. Just get out.
Exactly. You've been quarrying deeper and deeper. You haven't done a
Get-
correct survey, have you?
Get out. I do not want to see you here again.
Okay. Then I want my day's pay, though.
She throws you the coin, a small bag of coin. She takes some out, puts some into a bag, and throws you a bag of coin, and tells you to keep the bag. It's not much. It's really not much. But if you want to add eight copper.
Okay.
These workers are not being paid great.
No, it's
Oh,
manual labor in a medieval society.
We need to unionize them.
Unionization.
Unionize the quarry, mind this.
Okay. So you're going back to the tavern? Because I need some sleep.
Yeah, you're both really, really exhausted.
Okay.
Um,
I come
Robot.
close to you and
Okay,
I
now-
whack you against the
Bob.
back of the head. Seriously, you ruined my cover. How do you fall asleep and almost roll off a cliff?
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Still muted.
You're muted.
Pushing. Give me 1 second.
Just go. You go.
There we go. We're good.
Yeah, very good.
You fall asleep and then you roll.
No, you don't. You stay awake and have your partner's back.
Well, Kip wasn't there with me.
Shame! My back, not Kip's back, mine.
Okay, Kip's supposed to be watching my back. I'm all alone up there. It got dark.
At this point, I come downstairs like, oh, how are the ghost hunters?
I
Yeah.
give you a foul look and I just climb into bed and sleep.
I'm going to bed too. I gotta wear different clothes tomorrow because these are just ruined.
Good.
I hope your beard gets split ends.
I miss Kadan.
As all this is going on, and you're going upstairs and whatnot, there's the tanner is asking to speak to Ward, if Ward is about.
Oh dear.
Oh, I turn around and I go to the tenant and say, Ward isn't here, but he did give me 30 gold pieces to give to you.
Oh no, it's all covered. I was just wondering if he was here to give him his.
Wait, what? So it's all covered.
Wait, covered.
Yes, it's covered.
By whom?
How did we cover it? Hold on.
It's all been paid for. It's like, well, I'm here to do the final sizing.
Yeah, but who paid for it?
I don't know. It's just been paid. It's just done.
I'm checking my wallet.
Me too.
Yeah. If that's your reaction, then I will as well.
He's been learning to steal. I don't trust it.
He has. He actually has. Everything that you think is in your wallet should still be there, in your purses and
Okay.
your coin pouches. That is unless So has been misappropriating them herself, which I can't believe. I don't think she has.
I haven't been stealing from anybody yet.
No, you haven't. You have a look and then you put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're snooping.
I'm
But
nosy.
yeah, everything's there, but it's like, oh, I was just trying to do the final. But if he's not here, we'll just have it sent up.
Yeah, you can send it up to us. We'll give it to him the moment he gets here.
Yeah, and if there's any sizing problems, we'll sort it out.
Yeah. Just for interest's sake, if you can remember anyone coming to pay, just give me a
Oh
description.
no, it was there was just a note with coin.
Okay.
Can we see the note?
We're
Um,
curious.
Strangely enough, the note disappeared. We don't know what happened,
Wow.
but it could have been misplaced, but yeah.
Okay. Thank you so
Well,
much,
that's
though.
nice.
But hey, it's been paid. It's all good. It's certainly the weirdest piece of armor I've made.
You'll certainly be pleased.
Yeah, Enkeg armor. I don't know. It's at least we got the smell out of it. That was the main problem.
It's surprisingly good stuff, actually. Good quality.
Yeah, but it's still it's just yeah. He'll look like a freak, but that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do.
We all look like freaks. Come on.
Not me. I'm a human.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just really proves our point here.
What proves your point?
That
Let's
you're
not go down
bad at
this-
having my back. That's what.
Okay, you know
Well,
what? If you want to get into this, we can get into this.
I immediately start leaving. I'm just like, no, I do not have the time for this.
You and I bicker all the way to bed.
The Tanner leaves as well, and the stench which you didn't realize was there leaves with him.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Wah,
Yeah.
I
Peasants.
don't want to work here anymore. It sucks. The people suck.
They
You
do.
suck.
You're unfriendly. You suck more.
They're mean, and
I'm
we're
so
just trying to
tired
help.
of these peasants. They moan.
I don't want to go back to Waterdeep, but like any nice place. We don't get to do anything nice. Why can't we go to a fancy party?
That would be nice.
I have a nice set of clothes
I
for you. and
bet.
everything.
I bet the Feather Girls have nice parties.
Are we going to the Feather Gallows? We'll go to the Feather Gallows tomorrow. I'm tired.
Oh, I want to see it now. I want to do my beard. I want to sleep. Like you did.
Mm.
I am sorry.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
I said sorry.
Now shush. I'm tired.
I hate you. I wish you
I
were
hate
Kadan.
you more.
I wish you were Kadan. I'm gonna go to
Ugh,
sleep.
how boring.
Oh. So I'm just moving the.
I'll say this quiet time to just sort of again. I'll just be practicing my lute, just writing a song with no one to disturb me. It's nice. It's nice the quiet.
So, just expanding the map out to the Sumber Hills and to the Dresden Valley, or Dresden Valley, which is where you live, and where you grew. Well, most of you are local. That's the idea. Unfortunately, I'm not slowly loading. There we go. So Red Larch is down here. The Sumber Hills is the middle of the map, and that's where you need to find these places.
Hello.
So you don't know where the Featherdale Spire would be, or the others. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the idea of the scale of what you're talking about, and the barge right in is all the way down to the bottom,
The place that shall not be named.
called the barge
Evil
right in.
place.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, we saw them through that one wooded area, so we could just go back there and follow the birds. Well, technically, Robold can follow the birds.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's where we're going to leave it because Marco, you're super tired. I can see it. It's just
Yeah.
you've had a big day.
Very, very busy day, very hectic day, very early day as well, and I got to travel tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's going to hurt. But congratulations on your graduation.
I'm smart now.
I'm smart. Yay.
Well done.
So this was the 10th episode. I do apologize for the muting at the start. I was trying to set up some audio for something else tonight. I knew I was going to cause problems, but I thought everything should have been set back where it was. But yeah, which probably means that tonight's show is probably also going to be missing everything.
Yeah.
But who knows?
It wasn't particularly sort of story heavy. It was just kind of a bit of development, a bit of relaxing, you know. It'd be nice to have. I think Will's coming back next week.
That'll be
from his
great.
holiday, and hopefully Ninja will be here. So we might have a full party next week. Who knows?
Oh my god! Well, we're certainly getting there. We're certainly getting through the stories and the bits and pieces.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to have a full party before we go on a big adventure to the hills.
Yeah.
Or to Lance Rock, because Lance Rock is only here.
Or
Or we can
whatever.
still try and figure out this quarry thing.
Yeah.
I really want to take that woman down.
I will say sometimes in role-playing games, a red herring is just a red herring.
Mm.
And
At the very least, we can unionize those workers and have them go against her because she deserves
She's horrible. She deserves everything that's coming to her.
11 copper for a full night's work.
Seriously.
it was 8.
It was 8.
It was 8 copper. I was being generous. Something she knows nothing about.
Ooh, she's running a business. But yeah, so the map is bigger. We've only been in Redlark mostly for this time, and shortly, hopefully, we will be expanding. But you do have a soft offer for some money at Lance Rock. For some reason, the debt has been paid off.
Yeah, that's hella mysterious.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
But then again, a lot of what Ward does is creepy. A lot of things around
Yeah.
Ward is creepy.
Well,
Very true.
Yep. But I will say, if you're going into the into the Sumber Hills, don't get lost. So, who has survival?
Oh.
You've actually got survival as a class skill, and
Oh, I thought you meant as proficiency.
nope,
Oh,
nope,
no, just proficiency.
nope. We don't have a druid. We don't have a ranger. We're going to be getting lost.
Backup?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't even know if the party has any, like, if you've got backup characters in those areas. Oh, actually, no. I slightly recall a druid in one backup character. I don't know for sure whose it was or any details.
I think it might have been one of mine.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff in there, which was scary. But yeah, that's been fun. And thank you for Dreamon for the colour of the tokens. They look amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really nice.
brilliant. Thanks.
Can we get like the full res ones of those at some point?
Yeah, I do I haven't uploaded them onto our Discord. I've uploaded them onto other Discords to go, hey guys, look at this, they're amazing. Which is why when Dreamon put them up on her stuff and tweeted about them, I was like, oh god, I hope you guys don't follow, which you do. You just missed it, thankfully. So it's been fun. Anything you want to say? Any outros you want to go for? Or
Not
Robot lives!
Robot lives!
No bully kobold.
The Pegasus still owes so some money.
I just, yeah, no idea. And I'm not going to say if it's true or if it's not, because, yeah,
Oh, it's so true.
it's a sort of thing. It could be either. It really could be either. But yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for you guys, of course, because you make the show. Marco, go get some sleep.
Sorry, I was a bit out of it towards the end, but
Yeah,
No worries.
so no problems. Bye, all. Just do the credits.
Bye.
Bye.